3 years later, okay? Listen. So I was telling Gray, I was talking about whatever was gonna come next after Snowdrift. And this is that album. Um so some of the songs, yeah, 2 months totally there's like the whole haul. But some of the songs are like basically like a month after Snowdrift, that kind of thing. Just, like the chorus and that kind of thing, not all the production. Um and so this picks right up where Snowdrift left off. You'll see what I mean. Um, I'm gonna say light about the album, but not too much because I don't want to. I mean, so we're talking about this. Sure, I could give you like, my whole heart behind it, but you kind of want to get that through the music. But um, the reason I made this is I didn't make music for the longest time because I'm like, I don't got nothing to say. I don't got nothing else to say. Um, it would all sound the same. It just sound all, all the wintry sound and all that kind of thing. Um, it all kind of sound the same, and then but I've gone through a lot of change and a lot of good stuff in life and everything. And so I felt like I was able to finally be in the headspace, both like, okay, this don't sound like just a 2.0 remake, and then also like mentally to where like, oh no, I have inspiration, I have stuff to say, I have experiences to talk about. So um I'll glory to God in this one though. I mean, music all in the past was very much not like that. And so me, Harmers, and Joseph were talking about this, but now we still making music and everything, but it's a lot more like, obviously, like, oh yeah, I did that cool thing, but like this is what God has done in my life. So yeah, man, that's
Amen.
it.
Awesome, gents. I'll give us a countdown too right before we start. Everybody, give me a
And
thumbs
Thorn,
up if you.
just text me on Discord if like the stream doesn't work out or whatever.
Everybody, give me a thumbs up if you have the first track loaded up. Everybody good? Everybody good and set? But now I'm assuming you're good, bro. Great.
Give me just 1 second. I gotta find it real quick. Give me like 2 seconds and we'll get going.
Yeah, Sean dropped the link in the chat for the unlisted. It's unlisted, so you're not gonna find it normally.
You could also just use the screen sharing that Sean's doing too, but I don't know if it makes a huge difference. That's what I'm doing. Just easier.
Is it still enlisted?
Yeah, that's what it says on here. Mine.
Everything should be public now.
Okay. No, mine says unlisted still.
Yeah.
Wake Up is unlisted, but like all the other songs are public.
Okay, interesting.
Let me make Wake Up public quickly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Bro, I already heard the first 2 seconds. I already know where you're going with this direction.
Wake Up. Yeah.
Okay, so wait, which ones did you say you wanted to listen to back to back?
Wake Up and Sirens was the first two tracks.
Okay, yeah, those are the first two I got. Yeah, okay, perfect.
Cool. Off the
Yep. Okay, I got everything pulled up and ready to go.
Cool. All right, gents, start your engines in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Light into Life. Enter a new chapter of beauty and growth. You begin to say goodbye to the cold and bitter winter that haunted you. And so the seasons change and the flowers start to bloom once again as you enter into spring. Wake up, there might be something you're missing. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Wake up. Do you hear the sirens? The carbon fire. I got a question, are you ever gonna change before the silence come? And you never ever learned your lesson, and you're stuck in chains, and you hate yourself, and you never grew. I got a question, are you gonna try, or you gonna stay in the same place? I got a lesson for you to learn before it's too late, before it's too late. I got a question. Why you stay where you are? I thought you were better. Your time is almost up. As you sit in your apathetic ways, what a silent rage, none of them matters. Got so many days, yes you ride through the valley, but why you still hiding in yourself? Wake up, stop sleeping in this hell. No more blurring the lines between dead or alive. You want a piece of a prize, you in a coma of sin, like some looking ripped in, feeling confused and blind. You just love to unwind, even though a purity lie. You let anxiety fester, habits getting worse, living in a void. Can't shake your own shadow, it'll haunt you day and night till everything's destroyed. Everything feeling real nauseous in the pit of your stomach, shaking at every comment, every compliment you can't trust. But the Lord's got so much better for you. Pick up the call, stop ignoring the ring. 4 years of dreaming, purpose, been sleeping, passion, been freezing, barely been breathing. So many chances. Your time, I think that's your time. I think that's your time. Your time is almost up. I got it. Question. I got a question. Do you hear the silence? Your time is almost.
All right, I'm going to give everybody a couple more seconds. Cool. Give me a thumbs up if you're done. If you're good. Dope. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go off the rip. I'm going to start off because I've heard Sirens. I think most of us actually have, except for the ones who haven't heard anything. Harms, yeah, I think you've heard too. So, make it simple. Wake Up, album movie trailer. Absolutely just a banger of a start, kind of intro. It's the ending of Snowdrift into this. Very big, very grandiose, very nice. I enjoyed it. It was glitchy, a little bit. It showed both sides too from Welcome to Winter. That's an insane callback. I mean, it was like, okay, cool. It's an intro, you know? So yeah, that's my opinion on the intro. Not a bad start, pretty good. And then Sirens, it's a banger. It's a banger. It's a great way to start off the album. I always say the number 2 track after your intro is key to an album because it is the hook for the entirety of the project. I do have some problems with this, and I have told Sean about it. And I keep them very short, very brief. When he slows down the beat, I do not mess with that at all. I do not think that's a good use of the beat. I feel like his flow, his cadence is so well on the song. The rest of the time, it's so enjoyable, but it really pulls me out of the world that Sean is trying to build with this sirens and this glitch and then the cinematic intro in the beginning that I really lose focus in that slower part. Also, too, kind of hard to understand in some parts. Now listening on my headphones, there's some parts at the beginning of that slow part that I'm like, I don't even know what he's saying. I think I got God out of all of that. So that was a little hard for me. It's very wide, very big vocals on that. Other than that, though, it's a banger of a song. It's phenomenal. Your time is almost, the clock ticking in the background. My God, dude, it's so good. But this song is, I don't know if it's gonna go on the playlist though, because it's hard for me to listen to. Let me go. Harm's next.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Wake Up was definitely a really good intro. I literally wrote down yo, like I'm taking notes for this album, by the way.
Straight
I'm
up.
taking notes. I want to remember everything that I say. I literally wrote yo just because of the like callback to Welcome or not Snowdrift. Sorry, my bad. Um, I also love like how cinematic it sounds. I think it's just like a really good setup for the rest of the album. And yeah, I think your beat selection has also always been like really, really good. I know you don't like make the beats per se, but like it is impressive, like your ability to find really good beats. I think beat selection is like really, really important for an artist. Um, I like Sirens. I really do like some of the switch ups that happen, like in like your delivery. However, I do think there were some times where the flow sounded a little bit off to me, which that might be related to like the beat slowing down, like Joseph was talking about. But I feel like it mainly happened like when you're trying to like switch up your flow a little bit. I think it could have been like a little bit more smooth when transitioning from one flow to another. I did really like your vocal inflections that you had, though. I think those sounded really, really cool. And then I'll obviously a good transition into the next song as well. Those are my main points.
Beautiful, beautiful. Rylan.
Okay, so first of all, I think the intro is amazing. I really like. For me personally, I've always wanted to do an intro when I actually release an album. But I am never able to come up with something that I think really like helps the album out, if you will. And I think Shawn did this really, really well. I also hot take. I like the slowing down the beat thing. I actually like that. I think NF's done that a couple times, and I've always liked those songs specifically because of that. But yeah, I think they were both really, really well. Like, what's the word? They complement each other for sure.
Cool. Soren.
Yeah, I'm with Rylan on the slowdown take. I like that because I think yeah, I thought the intro was cool. I've never been a big like because when I'm listening to an album, I mean, I've never been a big like the intro is super important to me. So I thought the intro was good, but I'm not. I don't really look for anything in an
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah.
Um,
That's good.
I thought it led into the next song, and I loved the both sides callback. That callback was absolutely hype. Because that makes me hype because I'm like, oh yeah, the songs that I've listened to, and then what's gonna come. It builds anticipation, which I think is good.
What a take.
Um,
It's a great take.
yeah, and then for the Sirens End, yeah, Nathan, I'm taking your advice. I'm starting to take notes now because I can't remember everything.
Straight up.
Um, I thought the chaos, like with like the clocks ticking, and like you had like multiple times where it was like it sounded like you had like four vocals layered singing the same part, but they were like a little bit off because they were all unique. It felt like anxious and just chaotic, but I thought that was good because that seemed like the message that the song was trying to bring. Um, and then like Ryland, I actually liked the halftime because I thought it fell back into something that actually kind of released a little pressure, um, which musically I liked. But yeah, I would say the only issue I have with it is sometimes I feel like the inflection just feels a little bit it feels a little bit over the top. Because I know it has that intensity, but for me as a listener, I'm not looking to like kind of Joseph said, like it's not necessarily a playlist song because I'm not looking for the intensity all the time, but it was still good. It fits the theme, but not necessarily what I'm looking for when I'm listening to it.
Great take. Banalis.
I'm definitely gonna have to re-listen to it again. I mean, the vibes of it I got were very good. I liked it a lot. Um, yeah, great song. It's a little difficult to hear it in the car, but um, overall, it sounded great. It sounded very well put together, and like, although I think, like you said, you had 2 months to put this together, it feels very clean and well put together. At least of what I've heard.
Gray.
So obviously it's been quite a while since Sean has made music. I don't have much to say about Wake Up. Again, I think I really should go back and re-listen to a couple of things before I give like my full opinions. But just short, condensed. I really enjoyed them. I don't really I'll mess with intros all that much because it's an intro. You're kind of transitioning. But I think the sound design, it was just really really well made, and I can tell there's been a really good like evolution with Sean's ability to be able to make these things. And again, like I don't really understand. I don't know much about making music and like making the beats and finding the right instrumentals and stuff. But I just know that Sean has always had a pretty good ear for that stuff, and he's really good at it. And I think that with the short amount of time that he had to actually put this together, I think the intro was pretty nice. Sirens is where I've got the kind of bulk of my opinion. I'll keep it short. There were definitely like a lot of ups and downs. And again, I need to re-listen to it because I really need to figure out where the ups and downs were. But like I think it was about 2:15 into the song is when I really like there were some parts that I really, really enjoyed, and I want to go back and listen to again. Positives. So those are the positives. A couple of little negatives. It was kind of hard to keep up at certain points because like I said, there were so many ebbs and flows and ups and downs. But I think upon re-listening to it, I'll pick up on some things Sean was trying to put down a little bit more, and I think I'll really really enjoy it once I've listened to it again. So I'd give it like a good probably 7 out of 10 for starters. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what he's got next.
Awesome. Fantastic, gentlemen. All great. But yeah, like this is first listen. This is off the rip. Our score is going to be higher. Comments are going to be better. I know, at least for me, I know for Harms, like we take time to dissect an album too. I know I'm going to do a personal review about this in depth. I think Harms is going to probably do one too, which is going to be great. So like it's going to take some months for sure for really digesting it. Take your time. If you say you have to re-listen to it, that's so valid and that's so fair because you can't just pick up on everything on first listen. Anyway, all right,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, if I could just add one more quick thing. I know we're on the clock here, but I think really a re-listen, I'll probably have a lot more detailed things to say. But again, yeah, we'll do that later.
I'm about to say, if you guys want to do like a personal, like your own YouTube video, sit in front of a camera and like review it, I would definitely highly encourage you to do that because it gives Sean great in-depth, critical feedback, and also gives him his flowers too for making such a great album. But anyway, all right, everybody pull up Red Curtains. That's going to be the next one for you. I have heard this song. This song is a contender for song of the year for me. That's all I'm going to say. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
Just rehearsing my lines. Am I sounding alright? Please turn down the lights. I see the crowd staring with their judgmental eyes. I'm sorry, please don't leave, let me try. Let me try to make everyone feel okay. Try to make something out of my mistakes. So now am I good enough for you? Where's my plus, thought expectations bloom. Why won't you head now? I did this for you. I just wish I could make you happy. What I give to make you proud. I'm serious while you all laughing. Maybe I'd fit in with a different crowd. Red curtains stained with memories, in a crowd full of all my worst enemies, and a mic for everyone to hear my story, on a stage floor that creaks at every step. Have you come here for my life, just to watch me die? Yeah, I'm afraid when I see your beautiful eyes that I'll take away your life and your innocence you hide. I just wish I could make you happy. What I give to make you proud. I'm serious while you all laughing. Maybe I'd fit in with a different crowd. Been away.
All right, gentlemen. Give you a couple more seconds here. Oh my god. Jesus, help me.
Can I respectfully ask to go first?
Freaking absolutely, brother. Go for it.
Dude, that was actually like after sirens and like the chaos, and then just the intro of that song, and you just have like it's just like it's almost confusing coming out of sirens, but it's so good. It's so good. So I wrote a lot about this. Like the little intro, like even that part where you go to the claps, but like the lyrics are counteracting the applause. Um, the lyrics of that song are the best lyrics on any ShawnPhenomenon song I've ever heard. Not even, not even a question. Um, it had a very nice like Steven Sanchez vibe, but with your tone on it, it actually carried in a much more somber way and reflective way than like a Steven Sanchez song would feel, which I really like actually. Um, and like some of the lyrics, like just rehearsing my lines, am I sounding all right? As like it's the whole theme of being backstage, and like you could describe this song as like a beautiful and somber explanation of overthinking. Like it just feels like
Wow.
you're placing something
Wow.
chaotic and putting it at peace. But everything is at peace except for the lyrics, which I love that about songs. There's a 21 Pilot song called Neon Gravestones. Have you ever listened to it? It's on their Trench album. And it's a similar vibe of similar actually, very similar vibe of the whole thing is about like death, but the song is so peaceful and just beautiful. And this song of like overthinking and chaos, like it's restful for what is so clearly a restless soul, you know what I mean? And it's like just it's relatable, it's good. I genuinely don't think I have any notes because I even like the parts that were interesting of like you mixed it where it was super quiet and then it was super loud at a point, and it kind of like because the voice would come in louder, and I actually really liked that, just that it added color to it. I don't know. So good, dude. Great job.
Soren, I'm gonna give you a kiss after that review. Gray.
Yeah, I'm gonna heap a little bit more praise on this right now. Really, really good. I really enjoyed the storytelling. The lyrics were fantastic. The red curtain stained with memories. Again, I think I'm gonna agree with you, Soren, on this. I think the best word to describe it would be like somber. It's got like kind of like a sad-ish way to it, but it also is really, really effective in getting the point across. And I just thought that it was a really well put together song. It definitely was a slower song, but that I think, given the lyrics and given kind of the vibe of the song, that's a really good thing. Just because of the kind of the content of the song, what you were talking about, I think the slowness really was good for that. Yeah, I don't really have any negatives, to be honest. I think this is definitely a playlist song for me, and I really enjoyed it. So good job, Sean.
Heck yeah. Bananas?
I really like the flow of this song a lot. I mean, yeah, it just like the overall tone of it was just, I don't know. It felt really real. I guess I don't know. It was just it had a very nice flow. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Again, like I can't wait to listen to this whole thing again, especially on Tuesday when it's actually out. That yeah, I think it's gonna be great. This
If
it's
I could
so
just,
far. What was that?
sorry, I'm not gonna interrupt. When you're done, I just want to add one.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really great so far. I love the flow of this song.
Gray?
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but I really do. If I could just add one more thing, I really do like how Sean really kind of set the tone at the beginning with like the clapping, and like you knew kind of where he was going with it, like with the stage and everything, and kind of like how hard it is sometimes to like kind of put yourself out there. And I really liked the way he set the stage and then made the transition into the instrumentals. It was really good.
For sure. Rylan?
Okay, so this song is definitely, I would say Song of the Summer is definitely very well intro. First of all, I think I love the intro. Like it sets the whole vibe for the entire song. And also I think this song is so I remember when Sean showed me one song that was a couple of the people he showed it to were really impressed with how he was like telling a story through the lyrics. I think this song does that, but more. I think it also like gives you like I was like imagining like the scenes that he was like kind of trying to paint a picture for with the lyrics. So I think this is genuinely one of the best songs I've ever heard in terms of like storytelling through the lyrics. I also do. I like how like a couple people said like the lyrics are like talking about something that's kind of like dark and sad, and then the track is actually like kind of um more happy than what the lyrics are pointing at. So I think it's overall a very well done song, and I also love the intro.
Awesome. Harms.
Yeah, like I gotta agree with what everyone else is saying and just continue giving more praise to it. I've definitely did like it more than Sirens, and like I really don't have anything negative to say about this song. Like I think this song is perfect the way that it is.
Oh my
I
god.
loved the Yeah, I loved the transition into Red Curtains, and I loved like everyone else was saying, just like the sort of crowd noises and stuff that ended up playing like so perfectly into the actual song. Um, like everyone else said, the songwriting absolutely fantastic, perfect songwriting. Really, I think you did such a great job at like telling the story that you wanted to tell with this song. Um, also love like at the end of like some of your verses how you like delayed the word crowd a little bit until like after the bar would end. I really liked how you did that. I thought that was really cool. I noticed like sort of on like the second chorus, I heard some doubled ad libs that said "just to watch me die," and like those sounded really cool in the background of the song. Um, and once again, you're transitioning into apathy, which I just heard like the first note of it, and I think you played. I feel like you played this one a little bit for me. I don't know if I remember that correctly or not, but once again, you're just like so far every single song has transitioned so well into each other. That's really impressive. So, no,
Thanks, bro.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, gents, I'm going to paint you a picture real quick. You're in a tuxedo. It's the 1940s. You're sitting at a high top bar sipping on a drink. The performance, the lights are low. The crowd is getting quieter as someone is performing. and comes up Sean with his attire on, grabs the old fashioned microphone, and this is the song that plays. Like, I'm not even kidding you. That is what I feel like. I was transported when I heard this song for the first time. I don't even have to look at my notes. The ambiance, the style, the flair, the vulnerability, yet also the openness of this song is something that I don't think I've ever heard before in a song. Yeah, you have your typical heartbreak songs. You have your songs that are very introspective, but this takes it to a level that it paints not only the best picture in your mind of what he's saying, but also just it transports you to the place that he is saying it. And it doesn't feel like a song. It feels like a scene out of a musical that was shot in the 1940s. Like this, I could give this song so much praise. It's so well done. It's so well written. The production on it is so great. Yeah, there's some lows, there's some highs, there's some great ad libs. What Sean is saying is so personal to the touch of why are people here? What is the criticism? What is the point? And like Soren said, it's so beautiful. It's such a great picture of overthinking. Like it's portrayed so vividly that you can see it. You can feel like it's right in front of you in a sense. But yeah, my goodness, this song is a high contender for me. I've never heard a song that's transported me to like a physical location that I could probably smell and breathe what exactly it would be like. So anyway, yeah, this song is high praise, super awesome. This song's a banger. It's going on my playlist.
Yeah, I honestly, even with that, is like I was transported to almost like you hear the first two songs and you imagine like going to a concert and you hear a sick opener or something.
Right.
And then like that song is him going off the stage and overthinking everything that just happened.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like all the praise he just got and just being like, what happened?
good.
Like who
Yeah.
am I? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where I was transported. But similar to you, it's
Sidebar, Harm's calling a song perfect is nuts. That's all I'm going to say. All right, we're going to continue on here. Apathy, 3, 2, 1, go.
From home for too long, feet hit the ground and I walk up to my old house and I open up the door. Walk in my room, take off my shoes, lay down on my bed, think to myself, how did I get to be this way? Not caring about my life or my mistake, just going through the motions. Settling for apathy, settling for half of me, and never growing. Settling for apathy, let's all see how fast I sink. Sinking to the bottom of my pain, living in a cycle of shame. Becoming my addictions and wishing that healing and wholeness would stay. And I know I could let myself feel. I know numbing won't help me heal, but my scars are shards of glass, they cut deep. And I've let my voices and vices tell me how to speak, how to think. I feel weak, feeling out of emotion, just going through the motion. Settling for apathy, settling for half of me.
Okay.
Go ahead, mute Dan. Go ahead, mute. We're listening to the song.
I mean,
Settling for apathy, let's all see how fast I sink. Floating to the top of God's grace, He is sun written in my name. Accepting His affliction and lifting up every stronghold and weight. And forget it all when I'm in a storm and in my self-worth praise. It's the cycle of shame, the cycle of shame. No, I can't bear this weight anymore. No, I can't bear this weight anymore. The cycle of shame. And I know I could let myself feel. I know nothing won't help me heal, but my scars are shards of glass, they cut deep. And I've let my voices and vices tell me how to speak, how to think. I feel weak, feeling out of emotion, just going through the motions. settle. Settling for apathy, settling for half of me. I'm never growing, settling for apathy. Let's all see how fast I sink. Let's all see how fast I sink. And I'm blocking out my memory, 'cause my mind is my enemy.
Dan, if you want to join us for the next song on Back to Zero, start there. I know you've heard the whole album, you lucky son of a biscuit. So yeah, if you just want to join us there, we'll continue and get your opinion there. All right.
I bet.
Cool. All right. But Alice. Maybe.
They want me to add Brittany, so
Okay.
try to give me a
Um,
second.
We go.
My service is shot right now. I did not get
Good.
to hear it, so skip me for this one.
Sounds good. Rylan.
This one I don't think I've heard this one before, so this one was actually kind of a nice surprise. But I really like the flow of the song. I think it's also very good sound because I am very much a lover of anything like acoustic sounding. So I again love the lyrics, and I also really like the drop at the end where it's just the vocals and like the backing, the actual track is dropped. Other than that, I don't really have tons to say about it, but it's a really good song.
Cool. Harms.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this song as well. Kind of like Rylan was saying, like I've become a big fan of like the acoustic sounding songs, but I also like I love your voice over it. I know I told you this whenever you play this for me, but like your voice just sounds like so different over like an acoustic song compared to like other people's voices that I'm like used to hearing over an acoustic sound, you know? It's like I don't know, it was just such a
It's the auto
vibe.
tune.
And yeah, I love your voice with auto tune, bro. It sounds so good. Like people be hating on the auto tune, bro. I love it. Like it sounds so good. Um, Such a vibe. I thought the melody was really, really catchy. Your harmonies were amazing. I love the themes of the album or of the song, and I think that like thematically, it made a lot of sense putting it right after Red Curtains as well because you were just like overthinking so much about what people thought, and now you're in a process of like settling for apathy. And I thought that thematically, it made a lot of sense to narratively put it here in the track list. Um, I may have got this wrong. I might have been like writing something else as I like heard it, but it almost sounded like you talked a little bit about like your like the weight of everything was being lifted for a second, almost like Jesus kind of took that from you, but then you're kind of like, but actually I'm still like choosing to settle. I may have like completely just like misheard
No, you're
something in
right.
the
Yeah, yeah.
lyrics, but
For the
okay,
second
okay,
verse,
good,
yeah.
good, 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 good,
It's like
good.
no, we back in a
Yeah,
second.
like yeah, like I think it's just so cool that you like brought him up for a second and like showed like the hope that is in the gospel, but then like how you still make the decision to like choose, like you have the choice to like let him take all that off your shoulders, but you still like are going and settling for apathy, you know? I just think it was a really cool like storytelling thing. And I was a really big fan of that aspect of the song. Yeah, I love the way you said they cut deep. I don't even actually remember it right now, but I wrote that down. So, and then bro, bar, my mind is my enemy. That was a great line. And yeah, I love this song, bro. This you did a great job.
Awesome. Soren.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I think I didn't even think about it, but thematically, like Nathan said, That's good. Yeah, you're coming right after Red Curtains. Um, I like the storytelling a lot. I like the lyrics a bunch. I would say to be to be the devil on the shoulder, I would say that a little bit in the beginning, the lyrics took a little bit to find their flow, I feel. It felt like it was a little forced at points of like you're trying to get this message across, but it didn't really flow. Maybe that's just for my ear, but that's how it felt. But then as soon as you passed that first chorus, that first melody line, the entire rest of the song, like as I was writing that note about it, the entire rest of the song felt great. It felt super comfortable. And I love the melody line. I love the hook because I could hum that settling for apathy. Like I could hum that in my sleep, you know what I mean?
Bro, I need you to sing that, bro.
Uh, I really like, yeah, like, dude, like Nathan said, man, the gospel part, the shame stuff, that's good. And it wasn't overbearing. It wasn't like you're telling me what to think, but it was just like, this is just life, you know? And it's just a good way to process it. One thing I said too is there were points where it felt like, and this is probably just my hearing, but I felt like I couldn't fully make out the words because I was just thinking about what was said in the line before. So I'd love to just hear this like 5 more times and just think about it. Um, but yeah, overall, great job. A couple little things, but overall, it was sweet.
Love it. Love it. Gray?
Yeah, if I could start off with one teeny criticism, it's it is very it's hard to kind of understand what he's saying sometimes, and I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen because I got the wind blowing and everything, and it's hard to kind of hear things. So that just might be on my end. But this really feels like a song that kind of just makes me want to take a drive. Just hop in the car, take a drive. Don't really have like a destination in mind. Just kind of makes me want to go somewhere,
You're just depressed.
top down, and it's really really well put together song. Like a lot of the other everyone has said, like I do like the instrumentals, like the guitar, the acoustics was really really nice. I think it helps set the mood very well. And then like obviously the apathy half of me was a really clever wording there. I thought that was really it's just really clever wording all across the board. And like sometimes I'll try to like write something down and it just won't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, like lyrically, but like the lyrics were just on point, my man. So yeah, I really enjoyed listening to this song and I think it's going to go on the playlist as well. And like I said, it's just kind of one of those songs that makes you want to like take a drive, just roll down the window and 6, 7 at night when the sun's going down, and it was a really really pleasant song to listen to.
Awesome. Great descriptions, gents. Really good on this one. So for me, I've discovered something, and now I don't know if I can unhear it. And let me start with my positive. Let me start with my positives first. This song is exactly what Grace said. It is late night. You're driving stateside or shoreside, right along the beach. The sun is setting, and you were just thinking. Sometimes you're overthinking, and you're just like, dang, we're almost like introspective of just like, where am I? Like, who am I? Like, what is going on with my life? And this is the song you play because you don't want to be settling, because I know all of us here, we're called to so much more. We are going to be growing to so much more levels, in our personal walk with Jesus and everything. But like sometimes it takes that, you just take a moment to look in yourself and, am I settling? Am I looking at something different? Am I enjoying life the way I want to? And I think this song is just a great reminder for us to not settle into that cycle of shame, or that cycle that Shawn is portraying in this song here. And it's so well done. I'm not salty about this song anymore because I was gonna be on it, but that's besides the point. But like it's such a chill song. It's such a relaxing. This is gonna go on my driving playlist 1,000%, because it is just one of those songs that you just listen to, and not necessarily you listen to the lyrics because they make you think and they force you to think and confront a reality that you're like, oh, am I settling? Am I in that current state of mind? So yeah, the vocals are great. The production is phenomenal. But segue into that, I've discovered less is more. And Shawn, I actually kind of have a big critique with this one. Is I would love it if it was just your voice, maybe a doubled, and that's it. No overproduction, no big ad libs, no big moments, no overdone layerings. I would have just loved this, your voice in a double, and that is it. Plain and simple. I feel like some of the parts are kind of overdone. Some of it's too loud, actually, in some points. I'm like, okay, it kind of pulls me out a little bit. but less is more, and I don't, because you're great at production, but there is such thing as overproduction. So I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on that, kind of the rest of the album too. If you gents want to, kind of just look out for that too, kind of just like the simplicity of it. Of just like, okay, I would have just loved it with Sean's voice on here, like he's just back on that same stage in Red Curtains, just him and a guitar, just singing his heart out on this song. But that's just me. That's a personal preference. So we're gonna continue on here. Now I can finally say this is all fresh and new to me. Now I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm hyped. I'm excited. So back to zero.
Hit these next 2 ones in a row. Back to Zero and Paradise Valley in a row.
All right, so we're going to hit these 2 in a row. So just go straight to one to the other, gentlemen. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Future Sean. Today's date is August 1st, 2021. I recently had a bunch of doubt issues with God because, I like to overthink. Because I came up with this whole thing of like, maybe it's not the Holy Spirit helping you, it's your subconscious. Everybody goes back to school next week, and I'm even getting sort of emotional now just because it's just how it is. The summer's over, my last actual summer. I'm just kind of scared right now. I'm scared of the future, honestly. Yeah, I hope in 2022 you get better at this overthinking, man. It's kind of lit because like right now things suck, but I know it won't be like this forever. At some point you're gonna have to get over the nervousness, man. Peace, bro. I have serious problems loving people, like genuinely, like I do. I don't know, not really making any money. It's just, life is just kind of, I don't know. Today is November 2nd, 2021. Things will be better next time I decide to do one of these. Life is good. I'm struggling right now with period. It's like I'm teasing myself every time, and it's just, I want to be pure, and I pray about it, and God helps me, but then if like you keep looking at stuff, it's like you're stunting your growth as a person. It actually means a lot that you reached out. So, but I guess the question, like, you doing okay? Like, not really right now, I'll be honest with you. I just kind of gotten on myself with some church stuff that like I'm not doing enough, I'm not getting enough done, but I'm like, you don't have any more. I'm thinking to myself, like, you don't have any more time to get it done. My sexual sins and porn, it's bad right now. And some of my eating habits that are really bad right now. So I just feel like I'm just compromising, but it's not even right now. It feels like I'm in a cycle, man, of like really good eating habits, spiritual rhythms. I don't trust myself. Because I start doing these things, and then eventually one day I slip up, and then I go into consumerism. It's so exhausting to be here again, dude. It's so exhausting. How many times have I had to pray this prayer? I just want to be free. But do I really totally want to? Because I'm addicted to these things. I go back. So do I really totally want to be free? Because, man, and I've thought so many times I've been out of it, but here we are again. So, yeah. But yeah, it's just 12 minutes long, so I guess I'll end it there. But yeah.
I give anything to make me proud, to feel safe in my mind, stop the spiral, cause the noise is so loud, invisible in this moment. I feel so confused, third person mode, so I don't know what is true. Just thought I could make the crowd happy, thought I could overconsume into something lasting, but I'm still replaying the mistakes I made 3 years ago. I didn't sit with my confidence is thrown looks. I forgot who was on the throne. I let my feet convince me that I'm alone. I was talking to my friend, he said, hey, you stop trying. I thought I was living, but I was really dying. Looks like I forgot who was on the throne. I've let my shame convince me my future's blown. Been so double-minded that I feel like a clone. I've been in a cycle for so long that I've stopped trying. Thought I've been living, but I really been dying. So scared again, cause I thought I was done. Turning something beautiful into a story I've spun. So I was praying to the Lord, telling him I don't know who I am, how to act, where I'm going, what to do. Finally opened my heart up, been on autopilot for so long, make me strong, ready for something new. And in that moment, something broke, no more cold, I'm your vessel, where we going? Lord, show me your plan. I'm done with mine, cause Satan's done living rent free in my mind. Said, let the passion flow back like fresh water over my soul. Lord, show me your plan. I'm done with mine. Cause Satan's done living rent free in my mind. Cause we living different. I forgot who was on the throne. I let my feet convince me that I'm alone. I was talking to my friend, he said, hey, you stop trying. I thought I was living, but I was really dying. Looks like I forgot who was on the throne. I've let my shame convince me my future's blown. Been so double-minded that I feel like a clone. I've been in this cycle for so long that I stopped trying. Stop living with the pigs, got the powders for you. Stop living in the pig, got the powders for you. Stop living in perversion, got purity for you. Stop living in pity, got the peace for you. Stop settling for little when I wanna take you far. Stop trying to fix yourself when I wanna hear your heart. Cause you've been pouring out from a spiritual drought. So let the summer rain come and let your new life sprout. Lord, show me your plan. I'm done with mine, cause Satan's done living rent free in my mind.
All right. Whoa. I'll tell you that much. Gray.
Am I up first?
It's her.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, wow. Yeah, there was a lot there to unpack. And you know, it definitely whole thing kind of felt like definitely kind of leaning towards the faith-based side of Sean's kind of transition towards that stuff. Really enjoyed it. I don't really have very much to say about part one. I think that was kind of just a precursor to the actual, second part. Really, really good, really emotional. I'm very, it's just I think it takes a lot of courage to open up and just to talk about a lot of stuff and a lot of struggles that life will throw at you. And I really a lot of respect to Sean for just opening up and just kind of pouring out. And I really appreciate that because it's hard for a lot of people to do. It's hard for myself when I deal with doubt and stuff like that. It can be so difficult because like life will throw so much at you, and you try to take it one fight at a time, and but sometimes you just get overwhelmed. And I really do respect this song. That probably put it on the playlist. And you could hear that with the instrumentals. I think when it was just the spoken words, like the recording, like the storytelling was amazing. You could hear like the little somber, sad instrumentals in the background when he was speaking, and then obviously he brought it into the main song, and it all just felt very emotional. So really good stuff, Sean. Really respect you opening up, and I really appreciate the storytelling. Really good storytelling.
Yeah, for real. Harms?
Yeah, I'll start with the interlude. Like that was a fantastic interlude. Like did you actually were those like actual clips that you recorded throughout, or did you like record them for the album specifically?
No, those are actual voice memos on my phone.
Okay.
That's
Like
crazy.
I
I
think
just
just
assumed they were pre-recorded. Sorry, that's nuts.
No.
That increases my respect for it.
yeah, like I think just like you can hear it in your voice of like I feel like I could just tell listening to it that it wasn't something that you made just for the album. Like you were just making it because you were feeling some type of way at the time. And like honestly, that interlude like honestly hit me pretty emotionally, like that was a great interlude, just um making me feel exactly what you wanted me to feel. Um and just like hearing you hurting in those like made me feel like I was hurting as well. Um my main critique with the interlude would be just like I would have made it shorter because the interlude that is like building up to the song is longer than the song that is building up to. I personally would not have done that. Um,
Okay, you're right. No, that's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
That is
When you
crazy.
put it that way.
I would have maybe made it like a minute long so that it still like hits really hard, but like the song is still like the main focus. Um, the song itself, like Grayson said, like I do also respect you for opening up about these things, um, and about the shame that you felt. And I feel like once again, it's at a good spot in the album, like coming right after Apathy, like kind of like I don't know, like Apathy is kind of like you're not really as motivated to do a lot of things, and I feel like the devil can like use that to essentially like tempt you and trick you into giving into these desires and these addictions. Um, so I think that it's a good spot on the album. I do have some like critiques still though. Um, like I think the hook could have been a little bit bigger, but also I feel like I could swing either side of the fence. Like I also kind of like it being a little more minimalistic because I think that your voice and any flaw that you had within your delivery kind of like displayed the brokenness that you were feeling. And I really respect that. Um, I think the end of the second verse could have had a lot more energy. There's a spot where you like kind of start raising your voice a little bit towards the end of it, but I feel like you could have like doubled it or something and just made it like a lot bigger. I like the line a lot of Satan's done living rent free in my mind. Uh,
Yeah, that was really good.
and then yeah. My only other comment was just that, like, I think the drums could have hit a little bit harder. I thought the hi hats were like a little bit quiet and could have been like a little bit louder, in my opinion. And I think it would have sounded a little bit better personally. But um, I really just I like how dark this sounds because it's supposed to be a really dark song, and I think you kind of perfectly displayed like the brokenness that you're feeling and just living in this broken world. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in here. Yeah, really, really solid. Yeah, I didn't even realize I was so lost in the sauce with that interlude that I didn't realize it was longer than the actual song leading up to it. Harms brought up a good point, and then I just looked at the run times. I was like, oh yeah, he's right. Oh my gosh, this was very reminiscent of the Search NF his interlude where he's literally like talking to somebody. He's just like my whole life, but like it's like way deeper. I love the pad and the whole like display that you really put, and you really, brother, you put your emotions on your friggin' sleeve on this joint. Like my goodness, like there is no holding back. And uh I don't know why I don't know why, but the scripture, there's a scripture verse that came to me when I heard just how raw and real you were, of Luke 8:17. For there is nothing hidden that will be not become evident, nor anything secret that will not be known and come out in the open. You are so good at making sure nothing is hidden, and you have told several of us of what you've been going through. Now you're releasing this to the public. Anybody can listen to this. Anybody can know your story. Anybody can know the things that you're going through. And that exposes that darkness to a whole nother level. Not trying to get preachy on you here or anything, but just like that is so admirable, and that's so honorable to
Bible
see.
study right now, bro.
So honorable to see, because not a lot of people do this, wear their emotions on their sleeve as hard as they do here, and it is fantastic. And I really just got lost in that interlude because of just the somber pad just kind of playing as you're just portraying and being so upfront with yourself, and just being so realistic. And yeah, I loved it. I mean, yeah, I would have done it a little shorter too. That's the only critique I have. The transition was, my God, perfect. It was goated. That was amazing. I love that. The flow was great. That's the minimalistic production I'm talking about that I was criticizing a little bit earlier. That was perfect. That's what I loved. It was simple. It was your voice. You had a good hook. It was catchy. It was right there on the nose, right in front of my face, of like you not only talking to yourself, but it felt like you were talking to me. And I was just like, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. And yeah, it was so great. And you're kind of like confronting like kind of yourself, and then there's that one part, I think it's kind of in the second verse, God telling you what you are. I have this peace for you. I have this purity for you. I have these like all these great things for you. And I love how there's that kind of that double side in kind of some of these songs of, yeah, you're going through this, but there is this other side that you're thinking about. There is like God telling you about, these certain things. So yeah, I love it. Kind of telling you what and who you are in Him. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was great. I don't know if this would go on the playlist because just how raw and deep it is. But yeah, pretty fantastic. Dan.
Um, So I mean, obviously I've heard this already, but like the thing that's like so evident, I mean, just like through the whole album, but especially through the interlude and everything, is just like it's Shawn. You're just like so real. Like it's like it's like just like laying it out. Like this is Shawn. This is what he's going through, and like you also just like put into words like so perfectly, like what things that like a lot of people struggle with, like like me with the overthinking. Like you just put it into words so well, um, and yeah, it's just so, like you're just so real and just so genuine, which is I know is something that like you're super big on. Like this isn't like you're the same person in your songs that you are like just chilling. Like
Yeah.
I think that's super cool. So yeah.
Wonderful. Banalis.
If I could just say just jump in real quick, just to add one more thing. I will say something I really respect is like kind of whatever people's opinion has been of Shawn, like at all in the past or whatever. Like Shawn has always just been like unapologetically Shawn, which it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it shows that he doesn't care what anyone else thinks, which I think is a great trait to have. And this whole album so far, at least, I know we still have a few more songs to go, has just been very, very emotional and emotionally heavy. And again, it's kind of hard, especially since we haven't had an album in 3 years, and then coming to this, like it kind of hits you like a train. But yeah, I mean, really, really good stuff. Really good stuff so far, and really just a lot of respect for opening up.
Yeah, for real. Banalis.
I mean, like Grayson said, we missed out for 3 years, and he's making it back. Like this so far has been fantastic, and I've been listening to it very poor quality, and it still sounds great. Like this has been fantastic. Yeah, that last song, the interlude definitely gave. When I was listening to it, it was like "Child of God" by Forrest Frank. The from his where he plays his grandpa giving that sermon. It was kind of like that, where it's just very relatable, and it's like if you're going through something like that, it's like I mean, it's a few of those you're talking to yourself, but it's still like it feels like you're talking to us, even though you very clearly are talking to yourself. And so it's like you're letting I mean, in my mind, it was like it's kind of like it was a check in on you of like you've been gone for 3 years, so here's a little update of how you were feeling, that kind of thing. But also just like it was relatable, I guess. That's how it was very much like some days just aren't good, and you just kind of said that, and then getting deeper into it of like your struggles and stuff. It was just very yeah, I guess relatable in the sense of like, yeah, people have struggles. That's life.
Yeah, it's good. Soren.
Yeah, man. I can echo everything that was just said, but so good. Just so real, so raw. The fact that you're doing that for everybody's so so much respect. On the in the sense of the song, what even is the name of that next song? I don't have it pulled up, so
Kiss Winter or
the
Paradise
after Back to
Valley?
Zero.
Paradise
After Back
Valley.
to Zero.
Paradise Valley.
Paradise. Okay. Um yeah, so I thought I thought that the stop part, there's this part where you broke into and you kept saying like stop this, stop this, stop this, and it was an entirely different flow from the rest of the thing. I thought that was the best part of the entire song by far. I thought that flow was super tight. I thought the production on it was super tight. Like kind of like Joseph said, it was minimalistic enough, but he was also just clean. It was just super clean. Some of the different flow things, I mean, that you know me with this. I'm not a big fan of like the slow rap vibe where like you're like slowly talking over the beat, especially if it's a faster beat. Like I would have liked to see more of that stop thing where you're kind of breaking into this double time over the normal time speed, where you're doubling up rather than going half of the speed. Um, because then that makes the half breaks feel more like a break rather than just like you're kind of slowing down your cadence. Um, that's me personally. I like the faster stuff. I'm like a no big deal and NF quick rap fan. So, but no, overall like production, the honesty of the interlude. That interlude was absolutely sick. I loved what Austin said. The child of God thing. It so is. It feels like I honestly just assumed and I'm sorry, I just assumed that it was like you recorded it for this album because it felt so real and it felt so like just so dead
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
And now knowing the fact that it isn't makes me want to like it like honestly makes me emotional because it's so real. Like you're just literally putting the things you had. It's like if I were to show you my journal and read you my journal, like that's what you're doing. And you're putting it to a musical form and putting it in such a good narrative of the story that you've been telling so far. And now you're saying enough of this. Let's do it. God's called me to. So it's great.
Amen. Amen. Rylan?
Okay. So first off, I think production really good. I actually really liked it a lot. Um, I did not notice that the interlude was longer, but honestly, I didn't think it was a huge problem because I feel like for me at least, I saw it as like the interlude is like you're pouring out your heart in that, and then the song is just kind of like the cherry on top for that. So I personally didn't see that and don't see that as like a huge problem, but I can see why some people might think that might be a little goofy. But I think the lyrics are very powerful and very vulnerable, which I think just helps the song just in general. I really like the flow too, and I I think it's cool to kind of get like a glimpse of like between the albums. Like this album is kind of telling the story of like your life over the short break that you've had between two albums. Um, and I think it's really cool to kind of take a look at that through this album.
Yeah. I think I got everybody.
Hey, could I just add one more thing?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So now that I've had a few minutes to really like think about it and like kind of simmer on it, I really do appreciate and respect the way the song portrays the dangers of falling into a state of apathy, especially for a young man. Really, really appreciate that. Like kind of when you have a separation from like when you feel separated, it is from God. It is very easy to lose yourself and fall into a state of apathy. So really, really good stuff there. And I do appreciate again, like how you were able to portray that and really just the story you've been telling so far. Now, knowing the kind of bars that you are capable of dropping, I'm really hoping that we up the intensity here. Like we've gotten kind of through some of the emotional songs, we've gotten through the the talking about struggles and stuff like that, which I really do respect. But I know what Sean is capable of when it comes to dropping heat, because I've heard pretty much every song he's ever made. And I really hope that we can up the intensity because it is called Sunglow after all. So I'm hoping we get some heat up in here pretty soon. But yeah, that's just I thought it's really good stuff, man.
God, Gray, I could kiss you for that one too. Good Lord. God, that was so good. Yeah, I agree with that. I want some bangers now. I want some happy vibes. You know, we're talking about Sunglow here. You know, we who knows what to expect because we got deep. We got real personal.
Like this is
Yeah.
Sunglow, but it kind of feels like Welcome to Winter, to be honest, with the cold and bleak.
Ooh,
But
Snowdrift
no,
Part Two.
it's not a critique, but it's just like it kind of I don't know. I'm the theme of the album and then the actual like lyrics and song themselves. It doesn't feel very sunny,
That's
but it's
valid.
good. I know we're building. I know we're building towards something, and I'm here for it. So good.
Yeah. I'm about to say we're in the halfway point, so we'll see what happens. All right, gents. Kiss Winter, kind of an interesting title if you ask me. Is the next one. 3, 2, 1, go.
There used to be a beautiful valley showing all you know. Sun is
I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I feel a lot for where you're at because I'm quite literally in the exact same situation. Essentially, man, like, I'm here for you, and I really appreciate you saying that. I'd love to be there for you as much as you can let me, man. You had me word for every word you said, you hit me, bro. Like, about the eating out, and about the, like, man, I could be saving so much more if I wasn't eating out. That's me. 120%, that's me, bro. And so, I'm there too. And
Homage to Snowdrift.
I'm trying to get out of it too, and so like you have a brother in the struggle with you. I'm starting to feel stuff, and I'm starting to feel like there is actually light at the end of the tunnel, and there is goodness and restoration from God.
is over. Are you ready? My cold heart is warm now. Are you ready? The snowdrift is come and gone. It's time to wake up and sing a new song. Winter is over. Are you ready? My cold heart is warm now. Are you ready? The snowdrift is come and gone. It's time to wake up and sing a new song. It's time to kiss this winter away, 'cause this summer is mine and I don't need you to stay. I got a new number with a couple of names and I don't see yours on it. Ain't that a shame? It's time to kiss this winter away, 'cause this summer is mine and I don't need you to stay. That means goodbye to all of your games that you play on me day after day. Stop dancing on my day. I used to run, used to hide, put up walls of pride, but now I've put up walls of protection that guide. I'll still numb, I'll still sin, I'll still let my light dim, but my home is a man on a cross, not my own evaluation that's changing on a whim. I'm done with condemnation and letting grace thin. So no matter the struggle, no matter the pain, I have a place where the heaviness is lifted. Now the season shifted, 'cause summer rain melts old habits away. And now oppression's lifted, 'cause summer rain melts old habits away. Winter is over. Are you ready? My cold heart is warm now. Are you ready? The snowdrift is come and gone. It's time to wake up and sing a new song. It's time to kiss this winter away. Summer is mine and I don't need you to stay. I got a new number with a couple of names and I don't see yours on it. Ain't that a shame? It's time to kiss this winter away, 'cause this summer is mine and I don't need you to stay. That means goodbye to all of your games that you play on me day after day. Stop dancing on my now. The season shifted, 'cause summer rain melts old habits away. And now oppression's lifted, 'cause summer rain melts old habits away.
All right. Cool. Cool. Rylan, hit me, bro.
Okay, so that song, honestly, I didn't write too much down just because I think it was so what's the word? I was so like into it, like just I kind of like zoned out in
Lost
the song,
in the sauce.
if that makes sense.
Lost in the
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah, there we go.
Lost in the sauce.
And I think it's so good for that reason, because it's just one of those songs that like brings you to a different place like inside the music because of the emotion behind it. And I really liked that. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the like cranking up the auto tune to like max. But I think this song does it justice, to be honest.
Rylan, I'm gonna butt in real quick, bro. Are you talking about like the way he's singing? Because that is auto-tune, not, or are you talking about reverb where it's like spacious?
No, I'm talking about like the auto tune.
Okay.
The reverb's fine. I like reverb. But I think the song does it pretty well. And I think the flow really helps that too. They like go together very well.
Fair enough. good looks. Okay, the homage. Am I saying that right? Homage to Snowdrift. Yeah, homage to Snowdrift. Is great because that intro takes me back, bro. That intro it really does. It just takes me back to a different mindset and everything. So they used to be a beautiful. I can actually quote that entire that intro for you guys if you'd like. There used to be a beautiful valley, a place that flowed with. Never mind. I will say we just had an interlude about a song and a half ago, and then we get another minute 30 one. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. I love how Daniel Parrish was the one on there. Such a great like, honestly, like a thank you to Sean of just like, for pushing him and everything. I mean, shoot, he's probably has dozens of those from probably every single one of us of just, we could all just say thank you for what he's, pushed us to do, to be further in this life. So I had a little problem with the minute 30 intro, and then we finally get to the song. I definitely got some Kid Laroi vibes. I don't know if that's just me, but like, I felt like this is like something I could see him feature on. I could see this as a great song he would be on as well. Sean encapsulates that feeling. I love that hook is so anthemic of just it's finally gone. Are you ready? Let's go. Like, are you ready? And then he builds it up. With that build up though, I wanted more. The vocals went crazy, but the beat stayed the same. So that's my biggest kind of gripe with this song is like, I'm like, I'm ready. I'm there. Like, the vocals are building up, building. And then I think I heard one kick, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I could have seen like the beat just absolutely blowing up, strings, violins, freaking big punchy kick, just kind of just a 4 on the floor type of thing, and it just built until it just boom kind of thing. So that's just personal preference. I love how this is a chapter change. I love how this is really establishing the fact that we are going into something different. I'm having a little trouble though with the placement of it. If the rest of the songs are from here on out are kind of this happier, awesome vibe, okay, it's a good placement. I maybe would have had this as the third track, maybe kind of portraying the rest of the album, if that makes sense. But we'll see. The council is still out for that one. So go on that. I love the big vocals. I loved how you just built it up so well. Yeah, vibe was great. That's pretty much what I wrote down. I need to listen to this one again because it was enjoyable to listen to. Harms.
Yeah. I also loved the callback to Snowdrift, and I feel like it makes so much sense, like, for this song to like have callbacks to Snowdrift, because now you're like kissing winter goodbye. You're kissing that time goodbye. So I feel like it just made so much sense. Um, like, this really did feel like a turning point on the album. So I'm kind of expecting there to be more like positive vibes going forward, or like moving on. I'm just like expecting to see like your relationship with God like grow over the next couple tracks. Um, what else did I write down? I also agree. Even in Snowdrift itself, like, I wasn't really the biggest fan of like how long the intro was, and I'm not really the biggest fan here as well, especially like Joseph said, with just having an interlude. Um, but the themes of that little intro, like, perfect. So that's like a little minor thing. Um, I love the acoustic instrumental again. I think your voice sounds really good on it. Um, I like when you said, I mean, I wish I remembered like more of what you said. Like, there was like a line you said after this too, but whenever you said "I'm done with condemnation," there was something you said after it too that I really really liked, but reminded me a lot of like Romans 8:1. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who belong to Christ Jesus. And it's like, it's cool to like see you coming to that recognition, like, you're done with that condemnation because I belong to Christ. So there's no condemnation for me. Um, I wasn't really the biggest fan of that, like, switch up, whatever that was at like the 3:30 mark. I don't even know how to describe it. It kind of, but I wasn't really the biggest fan of that. I think you could have just kept the song kind of normal, especially since you like returned the song back to normal, or kind of like what Joseph was saying at that point, you could have probably like made something hit really, really hard. Yeah, I really liked the seasonal theme. of just kissing winter goodbye, and now we get to enter springtime. So
Agreed. It's a good old sloppy wet kiss. Dan.
So for me, I mean, it's kind of it's cool hearing this because knowing what the song started as and like what it's at now, because it used to be so different, and then song kind of worked his magic on it. But I think what's really cool is it's like a transition point in the album from like the like especially like from Back to Zero, like being the kind of like the I don't know what the right word is, but like when we're going into this, it's more like the redemption part of it. I think is really cool. Um, so yeah, that's my little bit.
Cool. Gray.
Yeah, so a lot to say about this. If I could, I mean, I'll keep it short as I possibly can. But I really remember a few years ago when Joseph dropped his album, and he was talking about the struggles, and in his song, he was talking about the kind of the pain that he was going through, and he kind of hit a really, really low point. And but I remember in that album, he talked about the low point. He sang about it. He rapped about it. But then he talked about the up, right? Going up, going. Sorry, the wind is blowing really strong behind me. Hopefully, it's not picking up too hard.
No, you sound great.
But going up, and I'm sensing that with this track. Like we've gotten through the hard time. We've gotten through a lot of the pain. Now we're in a new spot. Now we're going straight up. And I'm hoping that with the next few songs, it really, really hammers home, and you're really able to wrap it up nicely with the next couple of songs. Really, really been enjoying it so far, but it just really reminds me of the album that Joseph dropped a few years ago because it really you're hitting on a lot of the same points, right? The struggle, the kind of some despair, some apathy, some pain, but it's really picking up. But I do appreciate the kind of this song I think harkens in the transition going from that now to the Sunglow portion of the album. So we'll see where it goes. Again, I don't know. Those are just my predictions, but I'm excited to see how you're going to wrap this up.
Heck yeah. Soren.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I thought it was good. I thought it was do what it needed to do. I agree with Nathan on the like build up, and I either don't think it needed it, or you make that into like a, like Joseph was saying, like a heavy four on the floor, just like drop in something to really up, like drive some beat into it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping that I want to hear something like upbeat and hype now. Um, but I liked it. Fan. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but can't fully remember. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. But yeah, it was good.
Dope. Bananas.
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked the beginning. The placement is not off. I don't know. More or less, I like. So we started. The interlude was a little more sad, somber. You talked about your struggles. That was good. And then we have Daniel come in, and he kind of says like thank you for the encouragement. I feel like I'm seen, and I feel like I have another brother, and he like kind of just relates to you a lot. And so I like how we kind of go from this somber I'm struggling to now I have someone and they're thankful for me, that kind of feeling. So placement wise with that's fantastic. But like Joseph and Nathan said, we just had an interlude, so it's like it is a little here and there. Maybe you could have
Yeah, we
waited
are
one
getting
more
a little
song.
heavy on the interludes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah. um Overall, I like the song. I do like the build up. The like Nathan said, at like 3:30 mark when you started to do that build up, I think what we were missing there is just a follow through with that build up. Just like right there was where you could have kept it going hype, and because like Joseph said, it's like, are you ready? Are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then it kind of like it builds up and it stays there ish, but it felt like we could have gone big. And maybe you will. Maybe the following songs you will. So, yeah.
Wonderful, gentlemen. Wonderful. Yeah, I know this next song's gonna be a banger. I've heard a snippet of this one. This one's gonna be good. But cool. I think that's everybody. All right, where?
Also,
Yeah.
I do want to just say this will probably be my last song, unfortunately, because I got to be up early tomorrow. But I'm excited
Absolutely.
to listen to the rest of it whenever I can.
yeah, same with me
I'm
as
glad that I
well.
was able to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting pretty late here, and everyone's kind of headed off to bed. I don't want to be loud and keep them up, so we've just got people sleeping downstairs. But I'll listen to this next one. I'll give my thoughts on it, and then I'll listen to the rest of the album, and then send
Okay.
Sean a kind of a text going over my thoughts and about the rest of the album. Yeah, but so far really good.
Sounds good, gents. I'll hold off your two guys' opinions for last then, and then we'll say our farewells and everything. But all right, cool. The longest title of a song I've ever seen in my entire life. Where we are is where we need to be. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Peter, what's up, bro? What do you gotta say, bro?
Bro, this is so much fun.
Hey, Late! Late! Cause where we are is where we need to be. Windows down, riding through the breeze. I feel alive, like I can breathe again. Cause look around, we are free. We're free again. I wanna bring my joy back. I wanna feel that thing again. I wanna bring back old times, like I'm 16 again. I wanna bring back summer, but I think I might be wrong. Cause summer won't come to us. We gotta find it where we are. Cause where we are is where we need to be. Windows down, riding through the breeze. I feel alive, like I can breathe again. Cause look around, we are free. We're free again. Look how far we've come. And I swear, I thought that I was done. But Jesus gave me his love. Yes, he did, yes, he did, yes, he did save me. Oh, Lord. I thought I'd never have the hope. Looking for something just to make me whole. Living for the weekend just to fill my soul. But I wish I could go back in time. I got my head back into the gentle breeze. Walking through miles of trees. Look out into the fields of green. Maybe I don't gotta change anything. Cause where we are is where we need to be. Windows down, riding through the breeze. I feel alive, like I can breathe again. Cause look around, we are free. We're free again. How far we've come. And I swear, I thought that I was done. But Jesus gave me his love. Yes, he did, yes, he did, yes, he did save me. Oh, Lord. I wanna bring back summer, but I think I might be wrong. Cause summer won't come to us. We gotta find it where we are.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I just realized we need some diversity in this group. My goodness, we are all white. All right, that's okay. That's all right. We're gonna move on. Okay, so the two gents are going last. Dan, hit me.
Joseph, you're 50% Hispanic, bro.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the other half of me right now. All right, we're talking about that. I'm the only
I
one.
love you, Dad.
I'm the only one that's a little close to being on the darker side. But that's besides
You
the
just
point.
called yourself white, bro. You just called yourself white.
I did not say that word.
We
I
need
did
some
not say.
serious diversity.
I said the other side, but I'm saying there's a
Joseph,
lot of
50%
Caucasian
Hispanic.
right here. A lot of Caucasian right here. I'm just gonna say, all right.
Hey,
This would
I
not
looked
approve
at
any
the-
Netflix show. Like,
No,
honestly.
no, this would be
We
like
cannot make a Netflix show out of this cast of characters.
seven white dudes talk about music. Yeah, this would not go well. This would not go.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the topic of focus. Dan, hit me with your opinion that's semi-valid because you heard it already.
Semi-valid. That's crazy. No. What's awesome about this one is like it's like because like we were getting to like the happier upbeat songs and then like now we're there. And also just like the words and like what's crazy is I've heard this song so many times, but I didn't even notice at the end. What was it? Frick. It's like the very last line where it's like, something about like, we have to find somewhere like where we are, and not about like we can't like go chase, like we have to find it here. I thought that was really a really cool line. But yeah, it's just like it's simple. It's not like I know you talk about like overproduction or like other songs. Like I think it's simple, but like it's still got a production level to it, and just super upbeat, which I love. And then like also like Sean, I know you're the only one who's gonna like know what I'm talking about here, but like it reminds me of like the first Pine Top trip when like we were just like running through the field and crap, just taking pictures, whatever, just chilling. Like it reminds me of that, just like of like I am free, just being happy. That's like what it reminds me of.
Straight up, Soren.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm glad we're at the happy stuff now.
Praise
I
God.
would, yeah, for real. I love like just the reckless abandon of it, like with all the ad libs and everything. It just feels like you're kind of just hanging out, like which is the exact vibe you're going for. And even though it's just your voice, you can feel the feeling of everything. Um, yeah, which I really like that like reckless fan, especially near the end where you just have like the what do you do and those sort of things, like and that like the Jesus and you go like really high right after that. Like I like that. Like that's just good musicality. It makes it interesting, fun, and just like careless in a good way. Like a child sort of thing. Um, the only things I'd say musically is I think sometimes, like especially on the verses, even though I was just saying I like all the other stuff on the verses, keeping it more, especially the early verses, just keeping it single vocal and not having the harmony carry through the whole song. Because I don't think this is a song that necessarily needs a harmony the whole time, especially since it's just you, right? It's just you with the guitar and that mindset, you know what I mean? And if you have like the vocals carrying it, it felt distracting for me. Um, but I love having all of them in the chorus. It's just in the verses it feels like a little busy. Um, and then the other thing as a drummer, I have to say, I wish that the drum, I love the four on the floor, just keeping the groove. But I would love like just some crashes or just some like brightness to the tone, just because I think this is a song that needs brightness. And even though I know like the Sean Phenomenon classic sound is all over it, which I really like, I like how you've made a bright song in your like Sean way. And not saying you made it dark, but it's different. It's different than like a normal bright sounding song that you normally hear. But a part of that I wish would have kept would have been that like just like the bright hi hats, the crashes, the because it keeps the energy, keeps it lighter. So, but overall, like I still loved it. Just as a drummer, I like if you were to do this live, I got you.
Amen. Amen. Bananas.
I like this song. It definitely, as soon as I started playing it, gave a lot more like country vibes than the other songs. That's just immediately my mind went. It feels more country than any other song that, at least that I've heard recently of yours, and so um, it's definitely different. I like it. I think, a part that I struggle with is I think if you really try, I think you have a fantastic voice, and so I think we could tone down the auto tune a little. I think you have a fantastic voice. I think the country vibes and the auto tune don't totally mix, and so I think I would like to hear you actually sing. But yeah,
Interesting. But now she's not gonna like my new project. Anyway, right, Rylan.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off by agreeing with Austin, just because I don't. This isn't really a critique. It's more of like I think Sean's voice. I've heard it like when he's actually being for real, and I think it is so good. You could do with
Yes.
less
Yes.
autotune, just because I think it would give, especially
Well,
like if
Soren
just
said
one
it, then
song,
yeah.
huh?
I was just saying, if Soren was agreeing, then like you're probably right then.
But yeah, I think it would, especially like with this acoustic sound. I feel like that would be better. I think this song is very good in the we're finally in the upbeat part of the album, which I really like. And I also feel like this brings out like what it was giving to me was like bringing out like your inner child almost like into the song, which I think is really cool to see and also kind of funny in a good way. Um, but yeah, I think this is a really good song for the album.
A freaking man. Yeah, this song was fantastic. I enjoyed it. I only wrote 3 words down for my review of this one because I was just vibing. It's such a vibe song. It's the same thing of like just windows down, where we are is where we need to be, you know. And dude, yeah, your abs are fantastic on this. I loved it. The break on the last chorus, and then what he do? I was like, yes, dude. Yes. Like this is what I paid my money for. I didn't pay any money for this. Actually my Spotify subscription, but that's besides the point. But like yeah, this is what I came for here for. Like this is good. This is that happy vibe, that good feeling vibe, you know, of just you driving down. And I love the kind of the tonality switch here that we've got going on, and you just do such a great job of encapsulating an emotion. You really do. And you did a memory at the beginning. That's a trope that I've always loved to do, and I'm so glad you finally like are doing it, cuz it's such a great way to settle someone into a song though, and be like, this is the vibe that we're going for. You just heard a memory of people you don't even know, but you can tell the vibe, you can tell the context of the vibe of it being happy, sad, whatever. And it gets you just prepared for the song that you're introducing. And you kept it shorter, and it was great, and you went right to the point. I definitely agree with Soren. You know, I would love some more drums on that, some toms, some busyness on it. I would have loved it. That would have been super great. But overall, great song. I love the memory. The ad-libs towards the end were great. Not a whole lot of critiques here for this one. Pretty fantastic. Yeah, pretty great. Harms.
Yeah, I'm happy to see the. Oh, great. Sorry. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Cool. Um, Terrible timing for my AirPod to die. Anyway, um, yeah, I love the more positive attitude and like really being able to see this shift. We clearly get kind of like I think it was Grayson that was talking about like Joseph's album from a couple years ago, and just like how he had all these transitions, like he showed like a before and after, and now you're kind of doing the same thing. Like this album really does feel kind of like a testimony, like you're you're struggling with all these things. Maybe you still do struggle with them, but now you're kind of getting to the point where you're like, there is no condemnation. And now it's really cool to like see you just like coming from that to like praising God on this song. And I love just like the phrase of like where we are is where we need to be, and just it just like shows like contentment with where you are, and that like God placed you here in this season of life for a reason. And even if you've like struggled with these things, like He's still able to use that for your own redemption story. You know, um, like He allows us to struggle with things. In the end, we get to be stronger. Um, like I could put this on like it's not a full-on worship song, but just like the things you're talking about, I could put this on a worship song. Like everyone else was talking about the like, what do you do? Like, bro, I put that on a worship playlist, bro. That'd be fire.
Straight up.
Um, like I think there were some critiques that I did have. The main one is like, I don't know if I really liked the yes he did, yes he did, yes he did ad lib. Obviously, I like the sentiment of it. I don't know that I like the way that it sounded necessarily. Um, but that's really the only thing. It's a really minor thing. I love how upbeat the song was. The vibes of the song were just so awesome. Um, and I know other people are talking about the auto tune, but like once again, I do really like the way the auto tune sounds on your voice, and it just sounds like it feels like it's your sound. Like it's a part of your sound almost. And so I think that I've like grown accustomed to it, and I really like it. I would be curious to see what it your voice did sound with like without it. I don't feel like I've heard you sing like a whole lot just with how little I actually get to see you. Um, but like I personally do really like the auto tune, but I guess I haven't heard your voice without it before, so maybe I would like that more. I don't know.
Okay. 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 Dan, can you mute yourself if you don't mind, my good sir? You're good. You're good, no problem. Alrighty, Mr. Gray.
Yes, sir. I do like the song a lot. I like the kind of acoustic sound. I really, like I said, I am kind of a sucker for anything acoustic. I like what you're going for here. We're starting to kind of climb out of it. We're starting to really get into the sunlight, get into the sun glow. And I do feel the heat being raised quite a bit. I'm hoping that Sean is able to really up the intensity with these next couple of songs. Like just like I said, knowing the bars Sean is able to drop. Like I'm hoping for some kind of like spin diss track where like he just goes crazy, goes off, and it's like I was here, but I was there, but now I'm here. I'm triumphantly like a triumphant decree of this new mindset that Sean is in. So yeah, I really I like what you're going for, man. I respect everything that you've said thus far. Um, and again, like I said, I am going to need to go and re-listen to a lot of these songs to really give a better opinion because it's kind of hard to form an opinion off just first impressions. Really, these are just first impressions for me. So I am probably going to listen to these songs multiple times. I'm going to listen to Welcome to Winter again, just so I can have the full picture of everything because it's been a while since I've listened to all this stuff. It's been quite a few years, but I really do want to be able to give a good and solid opinion as well as any critiques I may have. As for the critiques, really not too many. I haven't even finished the whole album yet, and so I'll send you a text of kind of how I feel tomorrow about everything once I've been able to listen to it all. But I do think that the auto tune can be a bit heavy-handed at times, and again, I don't really know like how much auto tune you're putting in per se. Like I don't really know how that works. But I just knowing the voice that you have because I've heard it, and also just knowing the kind of bars you're capable of dropping, I'm really hoping that we're able to up the intensity here pretty soon. But I really, and again, I don't want to seem like I'm nitpicking because really I've liked this whole thing so far, and I respect what you've done with this album. And it takes a lot of strength to be able to put something out this like just like with Joseph what he did a couple of years ago with his album. But yeah, I'm hoping that we are able to up the intensity pretty soon. But so far, I've really liked what I've heard. So yeah, that's what I've got, and I will definitely. I got to go because people are giving me looks, but
You're good.
I will definitely send you a text, Sean, and let you give you my full opinions on everything. I promise.
Appreciate you, Gray. Seriously, bro.
Yes, sir. It's great hanging out with you guys. Really good listening to all the heat, and I'll hopefully see you guys pretty soon, shortly for Joseph's. You dropping a single here pretty soon? You texted me about it.
Yes, sir.
Just
yes,
a
sir.
single?
We'll see. We'll see. Well, just a single. We'll see you for that, bro. For sure.
Dang. All right. Well, I will be there. I'll have my popcorn ready, and I'll be ready to listen to the heat.
Amen,
listen to
brother.
the heat.
All right, bro. Peace.
All
Have
right.
a good night.
Good hanging with you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
See you.
Of course.
Bro, thank you.
Great meeting you guys, and
Hi, bro.
Sean, thanks
Yeah,
for
Harms.
having me again. And,
Yeah, bro.
great so far. I'm excited to listen to the rest of it. I'm gonna do a full YouTube review whenever the full thing comes out. Whenever I'm able to.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I have the
Yo,
time.
we're doing reaction for that. We're doing reaction for that.
Maybe, bro.
I'm so down.
I'm about to say we high key might have to do that. But all right,
Uh,
Harms,
I,
you the
I
go,
don't
bro.
know when it'll come out, but it'll
Thank you, Harm.
whenever I get back, I'll start working on it.
You the goat, Harms.
Yeah. And Joseph, of course, I'm excited for your single as well. Hopefully I can be there for
Amen.
whenever that is.
Amen.
Yeah, good meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yep. See y'all later.
See you, man.
Yo.
Hey, bro.
Dude, Gray is a bundle of awesomeness. My gosh, that guy is. I have to go back
that
and listen.
guy.
I gotta go back and listen to "Welcome to Winter" and "Snowdrift" because I get the full picture.
Can I say one more
Freaking
thing?
excuse me, dude. That guy is awesome. Can I say one more thing, dude? So great. I love that guy. All right, gents. Looks like it's just us, Arizoners and Coloradoans. Anyway, that was horrible. All right. Cool. We're doing pretty good. I'm gonna log off real quick because for some reason Soren's camera has been goofy. I don't know if that's been the same for you.
Yeah,
guys.
me too.
Okay, I'm gonna let's both leave.
Well,
and
hold on,
come back
Soren.
and-
Do you
Do
want to try
y'all
logging
want?
off? the back
Yeah.
end?
Want me to? Oh, here, let me
It's
hang
by
out.
him.
Oh.
We all have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bugging me. I was like, I can't even see it. All right, it's not getting me the notification again, so that's good.
Well, it's not bugging now, but I can't see.
There we go.
There
What
we
the
go.
freak?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, praise
Okay, cool.
God, bro.
All right.
I'm just saying, praise God.
Straight up.
Yeah. Praise God. Praise God.
Yeah. All right, so we got
Amen.
four more tracks to go on here. How's everybody doing? How's everyone feeling? We good? Anybody need a bathroom break? I'm gonna call it right now. Anybody need a bathroom, water? I might get some water. High key.
I'll go to the bathroom
Okay,
while
I'm
someone
gonna-
else is talking.
I'm
and
gonna go
get
to the
my stuff.
bathroom too.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get water too. So yeah, everyone take 5. Take 3.
2, 1.
I'm gonna drink my gallon of water.
Should I just go to the bathroom, turn off the camera, leave myself unmuted?
That'd be
Yes.
crazy.
I can rate the stream.
The yes was insane.
Yo, that's nasty.
Am I the only one that's scared? Am I the only one that's scared? Like in a second, we're just gonna hear Sean peeing.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, you can step away from the mic, sir, just a little bit. Be a foot.
Sean, enough like the ASMR nasty mouth sound crap.
Yeah, this is like in my head. I like hear it like inside my brain. I don't like it.
That was my Sean impression.
I didn't hear it. What was your Sean impression? Sean impression?
Bro,
That was the
be quiet.
glitchiest. That was the glitchiest.
He does that every time.
What? I do what?
Really?
You're freaking.
No, it's.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
You gotta get it right.
yeah.
Sean.
It's almost like sounds like a snort.
My school has this program, and they sent me like an EBT card.
That's funny. Wait, hold on. Before
I
Joseph
never
gets back, we all
signed
should
up
like.
for this.
Hold on. Before Joseph gets back, we all should like be like slurping in the mic. Already?
What?
Doing
Hurry,
what?
hurry. Like start slurping the mic, doing disgusting stuff in the mic for Joseph.
Go see mama. Go see mommy. He's not gonna stay with me. I'm gonna close the door and he's gonna paw it. She might stay.
How's that auto tune?
I didn't even hear that.
All ready? Rylan, don't leave me hanging.
All right. Joe Soren's brushing his teeth. It's a baller move right there. Baller move right there.
That's the best I could do.
Oh man.
John, you didn't even do it.
Huh?
It's not coming through your mic if you're trying.
What? It's not.
No.
Doing what?
I was like, you left me hanging, bro.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay. Oh, that went through.
Okay, maybe that is. Hold up.
Sean,
Yo, right?
Sean.
What the freak? You drinking the 3-gallon Circle K water jug, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What
Oh my
Dan?
gosh, that's
I've
funny.
been trying to drink this for days.
I want to say, you
Bro,
can go
you
through
just
that in a
started it, bro.
day in Arizona. Shoot.
Drinking it for days.
Oh,
Day
Riley,
and
I also gotta give you
night.
mad props, bro. The Schlatt vinyl in the background, bro.
Yes.
Clean,
yes.
bro.
Oh my gosh.
Freaking clean, bro.
Let's go.
I'm like, what else in his room can I tell that like I totally would love? I was just like, you gotta be kidding me, man. But all right, we'll wait for
This is
Soren
so
to
good.
do his business, and then we'll get.
Hurry
I'm
up,
ready.
Soren.
I'm ready, squad. Stop
Back is back.
waiting.
All right. Cool.
Oh, Darby.
Aww.
Bro, Soren, hurry up, bro.
My dog just left me.
I'm ready, bro.
All right. We're getting back into this. Evergreen. It looks like it's the shortest track except for the intro. So this will be interesting.
I'm actually
Evergreen.
excited for this one.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go.
Pack up your things, get into the car. No, we can't stay this long. No, we can't stay this long. Let's wait. Up right it now, put your phones away. Look at the city that we left behind. We don't need a party, we don't need a drink, we don't need a numb. We wanna feel everything. We don't need to worry, we don't need to fear, we don't need to know. We just wanna get lost in
Soren, mute. Soren, your mic's on.
Cause nothing else matters anymore. My heart is
Can you hear it,
tired
Soren?
and feels so sore. No time to rest and money at the door. Have you ever been rich but feel
Can you hear it or
so
not?
poor? And
Yeah, I can hear it. I
enough
can hear
and
it.
you just want more.
The dog was just being annoying.
Try so hard but I feel so low. Word after word and blow after blow. I'm so tired of the way things have been. I just need to get away to the mountains again. I try so hard but I feel so low. And word after word and blow after blow. And I'm so tired of the way things have been. And I just need to get away to the mountains again. We don't need a party, we don't need a drink, we don't need a numb. We wanna feel everything. We don't need to worry, we don't need to fear, we don't need to know, we just wanna get lost in evergreen. So let the Lord find you and me, and let these mountains take you home.
All right. All right. All right. Are we good? Sean, are we good? You guys good? Maybe. You guys good? Yeah. Cool. Soren.
For that squad. Okay. I'm a big fan of this one. I like this.
Amen.
I just like how it feels like just a song you'd hear on the radio sort of feel, you know? Which is different for your type of music usually, which you go after is more like that cinematic vibe. But I like how it still has that atmosphere. Um, but it's just simple. Like, and I love finally the brightness of the drums. The drums finally felt like they hit. It was bright. It was upbeat, kept it moving. Yeah, I really like it. I feel like it's what the album has been needing. It's a breath of fresh air for the album. In a really good way, and it doesn't feel yeah, it doesn't feel overproduced like Joseph was saying earlier of like the minimal production. I really like it. I'm a big fan. I like. I don't think I have any critiques because I don't think there's anything I would necessarily change. It's just it accomplishes what it needs to accomplish, and I'm here for it.
Amen. Manalis.
Yeah, I like Soren's. I'm a big fan of this one too. It feels a lot lighter than the rest of them have, and I was literally Soren stole my words of you would hear this on the radio. Like I feel like I would be shopping or whatever, and I just hear this playing on the speakers in the background. Like it's very just like not necessarily catchy, but like just
Like
a nice
singable.
yeah, just a very nice like fun to hear song, which is something you would just hear in public because they like wherever you're at, they try and play good music so that you it's just a better vibe so you can come back. And that's what this feels like of it's just a great song and like it's just nice to listen to.
Amen. Yeah, very pleasant on the ears, I'll say. Yeah, I enjoyed the song as well. Very vibey, short, simple, easy to the point. I'm gonna save for all the good first, and then I'm gonna ruin this song for y'all. So yeah, no, I loved it. The vibe, the flow, it was so encapsulating. It was very just well done. I felt like I was exactly where where I want it continuing on that path of like where we are is where we need to be, kind of like on that same journey. It's kind of like one of those songs that you would just keep on pushing through. You keep on going with the momentum of what you've said in the last couple songs, and it's just we're going here. The speed is turning up. I loved it. The beat is perfect. My God, yeah, drums are great on it too. I think the snare is like wide, which I loved, and it's kind of a repetitious pattern. I enjoyed it. It was so great, and this momentum's really building up, and I love it. And it's been this not saying like the last half of this album wasn't enjoyable, but like this is just like I'm vibing with this so much more. It's so great. I love it. Every time you say party, it sounds like potty, and I can't unhear it, and it's really funny. So this is still going on the playlist just for that reason. But anyway, Raylan, what do you think about?
I actually agree with what everyone said about it being like a song you'd hear on the radio. I think it has that sound, and even just like how it was mixed sounds like it would be on the radio. But I think the song itself has a really good message with the lyrics, and I really like the sound. It kind of makes me feel like something I'd listen to like driving to like when you're going camping and on the drive there, like going through the forest and everything to get to the campsite. That's kind of what it gives me.
That's great. So this song is a certified Walmart banger. Dan.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, anything that sounds somewhat like a country song, I'm gonna love. But also just hey, yes, sir. But like it's a song that like it's just vibey, and like obviously I don't even know how to define vibey, but if I did, it would be this song. And just like it makes me think about Mount Lemmon. It makes me think about Pine Top, that stuff. Makes you want to like go drive. Like it literally fits like my situation. Right, like I'm driving home right now. Like it fits that vibe. Just driving home, driving past the farm fields and crap. It just fits. It's vibey, and I love it.
Freaking shoot, Dan, give me a kiss for that one too. Golly, bro, I'm giving so many kisses out tonight. All right, gents.
Right this moment.
Say less. Anyway, all right. Next, we got Friends. I heard this one's really special to Sean. Is all I know. I heard this one.
Y'all are in for a treat.
I'm just about to mute him for a second, spoil the whole friggin' song. I'm just kidding. I
did not. Y'all are in for a treat. Trust me.
Right. But yeah, so I want to say keep an ear out for mentions of yourself. Is all I'm gonna say. I don't know. That's just something that just came to my mind. So just keep an interesting ear for a situation or something pertaining to you for this song. It's called Friends. But without further ado, 3, 2, 1.
We were at Lake's house till the storm came. This warm summer night, talking on the porch in the bed of his truck, hair flying in the wind. We're running through the field, lightning crashing down, watching the Christmas parade, detour Wickenburg. These warm summer nights, we're talking on the porch with no care in the world. It's just me and my friends. I'm not scared of the night. This time I'll make it through. You're moving back and I'm moving on. Since junior high, been off and on, but the Lord brought us back to heal all our wounds. So no matter the scared of the night. I'm not scared. This time I'll make it through. Oh, you called me when I needed support. Say we've missed you. So let's sit back and stay in the moment that we're in. So no matter the night, I'll find peace from within. Bonded over songs, became brothers through the years. Adventure after venture, we are conquering our fears. From Carolina to Colorado, I never felt alone. So no matter the night, I have a friend to call home. With no care in the world, it's just me and my friends. I'm not scared of the night. I'm not scared. This time I'll make it through. And I can't believe how far we've come to getting married, 'cause they found love. We got teachers and pastors, love pine trees and pastures, deep conversation in who we put our faith. So my friends help me carry the weight. Just me, my family, friends, and God. These rhymes I'm alive. Even if I bleed, we're talking. They'll help me see. I'll make it through.
Um. Frick, Dan.
What's up?
Go first.
I mean, it's just there's a big vibe of like nostalgia in it. But then also like one thing I was just thinking about, like it's cool to think of like it's like kind of like a look into like this is this is Sean's family, this is Sean's community. I think that's really cool. Um, and then yeah, I mean, I'm lucky because like I know like Sean's pointed out to me like who like what who each part is about. So I'm curious to see if y'all figured it out. I mean, some of them are pretty obvious, but yeah.
Miles. Maybe.
We didn't hear what you said.
Oh, Bananas.
I really like this song. I can't tell which one. I gotta go back and listen, but I can't tell between this one and the last one which one I like more. Sean
was at a heart
Sean
attack.
I thought you were about to say you couldn't tell when I was talking about you. I'm like,
No,
bro,
no, no,
come
no,
on.
no. No,
Okay.
you sent me and Soren the clip that I think that like when you were talking about us, and like when I listened to that clip, I was like, man, this is really good. I'm hyped for this song specifically, but the whole album. And when I was listening to the song, that I think that was still my favorite part of the song. Coincidentally, I like your flow in it was just very good. Like it felt continuous. There was no choppy bits to it at all. It like the story melded. You were talking about friends the whole time, clearly, but it wasn't like, okay, now here's about this friend, here's about this friend, here's about this friend. It was like, these are all my friends. I think the same of all of them in the sense of, like, where you said, I always have a friend to call home, I think was the line. But something like that, like just that feeling of like you view us all the same in like in the sentimental aspect of all of it.
It's good. It's good, Soren.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I think Dan described it well. Just with nostalgic, it just feels like I don't know. I just like closed my eyes when I was listening to it. It just feels like you're just thinking about memories. And yeah, I love the section about Joseph. I thought that was great. That was sweet. Um, yeah, I think just the simple like melodic line too helps carry it too, and not again not busying it. Um, I don't know. I'm a fan. I don't think it has like much to it outside of just the storytelling. Um, but I think that's for a reason in the sense of like it's just a focus on like who's impacted you, and I appreciate it. So great job.
Heck yeah. Rylan?
Yeah, I think this one is one of my favorites for sure. I do like the melody a lot. I also obviously just like everyone else, I really like the storytelling aspect of it. I think it is also it gives me kind of the vibe of like a song that you see at like the end of a movie that's like very has like a nostalgic feel and is also like
That's good.
it's like a good happy ending to a movie that like was kind of um I don't know what the word is, but I think you guys kind of get what I mean. Um, but yeah, I think it's overall I think it's a pretty good song.
Let me not eat that real quick. I teared up. I don't know if you caught that, but I definitely did. There's not. I don't know. I don't think I can say much after that. It's like four. It's like four lines, but like it's the greatest definition of our friendship, and I don't know. I don't think I really can say anything after that. Um, such a great song. It's so vibey. Um, it really, yeah, like Soren said, it really encapsulates just like everyone that you hold close and dear and trust and love. And the memory again at the beginning, banger, exactly. Give a great introduction to what you're portraying in this song. I mean, it just hits on a different level with me. Yeah, I can't really find words to kind of portray what I'm thinking. It's like thankfulness mixed with like nostalgia, smidge bit of sadness, and so much thankfulness. This is like something I've been trying, like I would love to capture, but like I know that you just have the perfect way of portraying something like this, and I don't think anybody will ever be able to do it. Yeah, let's move on. I'm gonna start getting weepy out here. All right, gents.
That's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Real quick, I got to dip because I got to go to bed. I got a long day ahead and long week ahead. So
Absolutely.
nice chilling with y'all.
Of course, Dan. Thanks for joining us, bro. Peace.
Y'all have a good night.
See you, bro.
See you, Dan. Good night.
Good night.
See most of y'all tomorrow.
Oh yeah, true.
Joseph, take care, man.
See you, Dan. Peace, bro. And then they were 5. All right, gents, we're on the home stretch here. We got 2 more. We got the title track. A lot of I like put a lot of unnecessary pressure on the title track because it's like it's the title track, but we'll see because the title track on Snowdrift lived up to its fucking name. Let me just tell you that much. Holy crap, was it so good.
You don't need to say that. All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
My bad. All right, Sunglow, 3, 2, 1.
Waking up to the sound of an eagle. Need my fan on, it's 90 degrees. Summer camp in a couple of weeks. Still haven't got all the money to go. I hope God will show me something I don't know. Go to the beach, get exhausted. At 12 a.m. I have lost it, but think of all my blessings. A lot of summer nights with someone next to me. Love the late night talks and all the friends I always see. Driving in the forerunner to the lake.
Yo, Sean, I can't hear.
As the water ripples and meets the sky, I lose myself in the evening breeze. Lord, would you remind me of who I am? I've been getting lost in the noise again. I just need to reset all my thoughts, cause you paid for the life.
You can skip ahead a little if you want.
But a summer nights with someone next to me. Love the late night talks and all the friends I always see. It's a sun glow in my eyes, illuminating everything I see. I found hope and a light, and it's changing every part of me. From moments up in the secrets to mornings up at 5. From sitting in parties of pity to seeing my faith thrive. From broken friendships at 15 to brotherhood for life. From drowning in secrecy to freedom from within. Lord, would you remind me of who I am? I've been getting lost in the noise again. I just need to reset all my thoughts, cause you paid for the lies I've bought. A summer nights with someone next to me. Love the late night talks and all the friends I always see. It's the sun glow in my eyes, illuminating everything I see.
Oh. Alrighty, gents. Soren, you guys good?
I think we got a little bit left.
how we.
Cool. I'm gonna start. Off the rip. Great song. This is exactly what I feel like a Sunglow would entail: the peacefulness, the calm, the feeling of nostalgia, but also a feeling of belonging, of kind of being like content of where you are. And I said this would be on the Snowdrift B-side, happier parentheses. I love that comparison we went back and forth with yourself on that dialogue. I don't know if it was on the second verse or the first one. That was great. I really enjoyed that. The campfire sound effects towards the end were fantastic. They kind of just crept in. You couldn't even tell that they were faded in. It was so great. Yeah, nothing really bad to say about this song at all. This is just a small thing. I mean, this might be like the seventh or eighth, not seventh or eighth, maybe like the fourth or fifth guitar beat that we're getting. So but that's super tiny though. It's not really affecting the song a whole lot for me. This is still being added to the playlist rotation for 1000% sure. It's so peaceful. It's so calm. But instead of driving, I feel like this one's more you're at your destination, and you're exactly where you want to be. Kind of like, okay, you've made it to your destination. What's the after effects? What's the sound after you've made it somewhere? And this is what I would play. Like, all right, I made it to the spot, made it to the campsite. Let's build a fire.
It's funny you say that. I played it like not even on some like, oh, let me listen to it, like on a making sure like, oh, what do I need to adjust or whatever, but just like personally, I played it my last break at work. I just went outside, I sat down. All right, we're done.
There
We're
we
leaving
go.
in 3 days. Yeah.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. This one was really good. Banalis, what'd you think, bro?
I was gonna say, come back to me. Go to me last. I'm gonna finish. I'm re-listening to it, and I'll come back to it.
You're good. Raylan, what do you think, bro?
I think it's the perfect title track for this album. Just like especially with the name. I think what you said is very accurate. It has like if you were to play all these songs and not tell me the names, this one I would definitely put as the title track. I also really like those the campfire sound effects. I noticed that like after they had been in there for a little bit. So I think it definitely goes in very well. And I also think it is a good one, probably the best like acoustic song in the album. I like the acoustic sound on this one the most, for sure.
Heck yeah. Soren.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I like what Joseph said. I think that verse where you do the from part is the best dialogue, like in the song because and as the title track, I feel like that's what makes this song the title track, because you are basically summarizing the album, with those lyrics of just being like, we were here, now we're here, we were here, now we're here, like parties of pity to something. You said something after that, like that line was really good. Um, so yeah, I thought that was really good. Um, I'll just say this. I mean, this is probably more of a thing to say after the album, but like this makes me just want you to just release like a single and put like a bunch of freaking effort into making a single of like one of your like more like one of your earlier songs where it's just hardcore rap and just like insane production. Because I'm hearing all this like insane production skills and I'm like missing
Oh
like
my god. Bring
not
back
not
the
that there's anything wrong
bangers.
with this, but I just want you to make a freaking banger again
Dude,
because
Gray was on the same page.
I
He's like,
missed
I'm
it
ready for
now.
some
Yeah.
bars,
I'm with
bro.
Gray. I want you to drop a single after you get back from your camp, because
Where the frick are the
I
bars?
I need some hype Sean phenomenon to jam out to you. I freaking love this though. It fits the album so well, like Rylan said. It's really good. Um,
Oh, that's
yeah,
funny.
I'm ready for some Captain Obedience.
Oh god. You know
Mhm.
what? Actually, personally, I'm okay if we don't go back to the bar area. If I'm
Well,
being
it's so hard to do
completely
rap like
honest,
that
dude.
without it being
Nah.
cringe. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, but bro, that's where you come in. You just take time on it. I'm saying you drop a single. You don't stress
Again,
yourself out
deep
with the album.
hype rap is tough.
Don't go deep.
You
Don't
know,
go deep. Just make it like
I'm not
do
making
so.
music if it
Bro,
ain't deep.
follow
It's
up.
just
I'm a Carrot Part 2.
Yeah,
Come on,
bro.
everyone's been waiting for the
Yes,
sequel, bro.
yes.
Come on, son.
Do
Alright,
like
but
I'm a
now-
potato or something
now
now.
that you've listened to it 10 times
Like
already.
switch up the vegetable.
Switch up the vegetables. Crazy. All right, Bananas, ready?
Yo, special what? I'm an eggplant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, true, but no.
you're like I'm a radish or something. I don't know. I think they go hard.
I'm totally in agreement with you guys. We need something hype, but I love this. I don't think it fits here. I was like when Grayson kept saying like, "Come on, I'm waiting for something more hype." I was like, "No, I like this. I like that it's chill. I like that it's calm." And this song definitely like I think
I'm saying
encapsulates.
totally a part of this. Totally a part
Yes.
of this
Oh yeah.
album.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
album's great.
No, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I agree with you guys there. But yeah, for this album, I think that this title track it encapsulates it perfectly of the very calm, get you in your feelings kind of song, get you thinking about how the lyrics apply to you specifically.
Amen. All right, gents, we did it. We're at the home stretch. This is the last one. So what we're gonna do is we will do the song as a whole. Go around table real quick. And then after that, we will do initial first thoughts, overall feelings, how we're feeling about the entire project. And then give it a 1 out of 10 first listen. This is first listen off the rip. You know, you don't hypothetically speaking, you can't go back and listen to this whole album ever again. Like what are you giving it? It's just a blanket statement. It's not like your solid one, because I know mine's definitely gonna change. I know Harm's would. I feel like all of ours will change after just time progresses, more listens to it, and everything. So yeah, let's do it. The days that we prayed for. 3, 2, 1.
These are the days that we pray. And I could spend every single day on my own searching for a place. But now I am face to face, and I these are the nights we will remember. These are the days that we prayed for. These are the times we spend together. The times that money can't afford. So don't you dare worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will come. So I ain't living afraid. Hey, I'm done living this way. I'm done living afraid. Hearing the promise, but then I see a problem. It's like I never seen God move before. I think I forgot that I was bruised and sore, and the things that I used to pray for are the things that I could lose today. So how could I not be content? Used to wish for the trips, for the cabins, for the trees, for the money, for the jobs, for the fun, for the peace, for the people. I could wear my heart. Honestly, I don't gotta worry about them judging anything. For the drives, for the rest, for the lake, for the breeze, for the hugs and the tears and the nights crying, for the rains, for the mountains, for or a valley, for the beauty of this world. God, you will bless me. I could spend every single day on my own searching for a place, but now I am face to face, and these are the nights we will remember. These are the days that we prayed for. These are the times we spend together. The times that money can't afford. So don't you dare worry about tomorrow. And don't you worry about tomorrow, worry about today. There's so much more life to
My bad. I had to hit that outro one more time. Holy frick. Goodness gracious.
I take it back. The rap was good.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I'm just kidding. Soren.
Oh, Sean, stop it. Sean, pause it. Sorry, Sean replayed it. I couldn't hear anything else. Um, yeah, take that, Bananas. Dude, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, Sean. Yes. That was so good, and that's such a good way to end it. Just so like lyrically. I mean, lyrically, we'll talk about that when we summarize the whole album. But, dude, and this is the only song that I actually did know. I hadn't heard the finished product. The only time I've heard this song was when we came up with it. Um, so I can say proudly that I helped come up with this song. Um, and I think I heard my vocals on some of those harmonies, so that was cool.
They low. And we don't want
I
to
know,
get,
but I heard them.
we don't want to overdo the harmonies, you know.
Says you. Um, nah, it was great. It was great. That
Just my
rap,
harmonies.
yeah, okay. Uh, that rap was solid. It was upbeat. I love the hits, the tomorrow, and then when you went on the outro and you're like, it's like whiplash because you didn't go into the hits the second chorus, which I was like about ready for it, and then you didn't, and then it dropped back down. But I kind of now after listening to the whole thing, I liked that now, because then you build it back up, and then you think the hits are coming again, and then you psych us out again, and then it's like basically like a glitch of the whole entire 3 albums, basically, is what it felt like. Which I don't know what the intention was behind that. I'd have to listen to it again. But and then you hit the tomorrow will come and then it ends. Like it's a great just like it's almost it feels sudden for an album like this, but I kind of like it because it's an album that leaves you thinking, you know what I mean? Um and you already have a lot of that space put into the album, so it's not like you need it after. Because after you have the space because you're not listening to it, you know what I mean? Um, dude, I really like it though. I'm a big fan. It sounds so good after from what I barely heard of it before. So the finished it's super clean, super tight.
Yeah, certified hood classic is the word I would use.
Nobody in the hood is bumping this, dude, unless they're in Tennessee. I would just say, no black. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
Continue.
Says the
I
guy
was
in the
just
call with
so.
5
continue
white
that, buddy.
guys.
I was so
Right.
unintentionally racist. Let's move
That
on,
was
let's move
so
on.
unintentionally. Why Tennessee?
We need more diversity here, bro. We need somebody
Move
to
on,
Fact, bro.
actually.
Where's Diego when you need him, bro? Gosh dang it. I need
Oh,
somebody.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna need a fellow Mexican to join alongside me. You know
I'll
what I
get
mean?
my girlfriend. I'll get my
Yeah,
girlfriend in
of
with
course.
that.
There we go. There we go. So my initial first thought, and I'm just gonna read this verbatim because I wrote this down. Post Malone wish he could make a song like this. That's my initial first thought of this song. He really wish he could make a song like this. Morgan Wallen wish he could make a song like this. Freaking George Strait wish he could make a song like this. This is such an encapsulating song that's cinematic, it's huge, it's grandiose, and it's beautiful, and it makes my heart flutter. Yeah, that ending gave me absolute whiplash. That was great callbacks though to both sides and Tell Me, which is great. I loved that. It was super great. You told me Fleeting Feeling was gonna be in this joint, and it never was.
It's in Wake Up. It's in Wake Up.
Oh,
It's just not as loud.
oh, okay,
But
okay, cool. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, the hits were great. I did wish they came back in the second chorus though. That's I wish they did though, because I love that bam, bam. That was so good. I enjoyed that. I felt like the snare was non-existent though. I know it was there, but like I did not hear it. Not once could I hear a crispy snare in that joint. But that's a little critique. But no, man, this is a great way to close the album. It is truly fantastic. To now being able to say I've listened to the whole project is let me stop because I'm gonna say my whole spiel. Yeah, great, loved it. Great closing track, ending with intense, awesome whiplash. I loved it. Soren put it perfectly together. Yeah. Ben else?
Yeah, I felt like this album has just been getting better and better the more we listen to it. I think starting at, well, I think it was where we are is where we need to be. I think it's just been getting better. I love these last few songs. That song was fantastic. Um, I mean, you guys, Soren phrased it perfectly of the whiplash, and I know that's the third time that we've said that, but like it was very like catch you off guard, but it ended well. Um, yeah, I think this song. I mean, I know the rap isn't gonna have auto tune, but I think it was the perfect mix of auto tune in this song. Of your rap didn't, and the rest of it, it wasn't like crazy noticeable. Yeah, I just like the sound of this song a lot, a lot, a lot. Yeah. I like. Again, I keep bringing up the flow. The flow of this one was also fantastic, because I mean, it was smooth, and like I said, the auto tune wasn't super. Like it really wasn't noticeable at all. And then your rap was like super clean. You switched right back into the chorus right after, and that was nice. All of it just it was put together really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention about the flow rap real quick too. I wanted to hate on it at first. I'm like, oh, this is not fit. This is not working for. But then I was like, nope, this works. This is good. I'm vibing with it. It's good. It fits well. It's a good contrast from big vocals to just close and up personal and in your face, and very dry too. Very dry vocal on that one. Yeah, but I liked it. I was gonna hate on it, but I'm like, no, I can't. Raylan, what do you think, bro?
So are we going what we liked about the song and then the whole album? Or
Yeah,
are we doing the
actually,
album, the whole album after?
we'll go backwards. Yeah, so give me your initial thoughts of the song, and then give me your whole conglomerate masterpiece, everything. Hit us with that, and 1 out
Okay.
of 10, first listen.
So, 1 out of 10? Gotcha. Okay. So first for the song, honestly, I think this is my favorite song on the entire album.
Wow.
Which is pretty crazy. But I think it mixes so well with just like a poppy song, and then it goes to rap, and then I also like I really like the like, I don't know what you really call it, the thing you did at the end. I thought that was really good.
Just say whiplash like us.
So yeah, whiplash. There you go. And then yeah, so this is definitely my favorite song on the album so far. As far as the entire album, I'm gonna rate it first. So I think for this album, I'm probably gonna go like 7 or 8. And I don't want to say too much about like what I think about the entire album, because I need to go back and listen to it at least once or twice. I know that's kind of like a cliche answer, but
I was say, how you
I
giving
feel
the
like,
rating but no opinion?
well, no, I'm going to give an opinion,
No,
but
I
I'm
know.
not going to go like
I'm messing with you.
5-minute long explanation, deep dive into it. Just because I
Yeah, I
want
guess
to like go through and listen to it again, at least one more time before I would do that. But I think it's. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting a lot more like rap and like fast paced songs, but I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of like acoustic stuff. Because when you first started showing me some of the songs, and I think you showed me like 3 or 4, I was like, you showed me all the acoustic ones. I was like thinking how you would like put that together with like a rap, because I was assuming that you're coming out with like a mostly rap album based off of what I've heard in the past from you. But I think you did it really well, and I didn't expect it either, because I've never really heard you do this type of genre before. So I think it is mixing it with your style of the auto tune and then acoustic. I think worked really, really well. Surprisingly, I didn't that's not something I would really look at and see working, but I think you did it very well, and I really, really like the album. I think it's good.
There we
Hey,
go.
we gotta do like top songs and least favorite songs. I'm interested to see where y'all land.
Okay. Yeah, do
We
like a
Okay.
do
have
like
to
a
work
top
that.
2 and a one you didn't really like at all.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh my gosh. Okay. So obviously
you had to say.
my top two, or at least okay. So top one, and then probably my other favorite one is Paradise Valley. I think it's my second. Um,
Are you talking
I
about
think
not the interlude? You're talking about the rap one, right? The rap one,
yeah.
and this one are your
I
favorites?
think my least favorite, and this isn't like I hate it, because I
Right.
do. There's not a song on this album that I hate,
Right.
but if I had to put one last, it would probably be Sirens.
Dang. That's crazy. But I think I might agree with him. Soren.
Yeah, Benalcio, can you send me a screenshot of the list of the songs just so I can have all of them? Because I don't have it pulled up.
Or I could
Um,
just you could just look at the playlist. Come on, you can see
it's
them.
it's too hard to see on my phone. It's too small.
All right, I'll turn it off
Um,
right now. What? No,
no, I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna
I'm
just
playing.
send me
I'm
a
playing.
screenshot. Uh, okay. First, oh no, I did the song. Okay, album. Dude, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. From what Sean kind of prefaced in it, it was I expected it to be less atmospheric than it was. Um, just because he said it was super different, and I would describe Snowdrift as a very atmospheric album, but I'd also describe this as very atmospheric. I think that's just kind of your tone, your sound.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Um, so that was great. That was great. But definitely. Yeah, but definitely, yeah, really good. Um, let's see, out of 10, I think I'd put it. I think, mm, maybe not actually. Let's go like a solid. I'm similar to Rylan on this. Let's go like a solid like 8.1 maybe like right above an 8.
Straight up.
Um, because I definitely think there's songs where I felt like a little bit of that lack, but there was no lack in a song that I felt like enough to where I couldn't either justify why you had it like that. Like Sirens is a good example. Like it was chaotic, but mentally I could justify it because that was the purpose of the song. It's just not what I'm my taste. Um, I maybe just go like a flat 8. Um, but man, yeah, it was good, and I think he did a really good job encapsulate like lyrically, it's not even close to everything else you come out with.
Facts.
And thematically, like that was the best, that was the most thought out album of your stuff at all, and it makes even like I mean, like Grayson was saying, he's gonna listen to the other ones, but it makes from what I remember of your other albums, it gives more meaning to those as well. Like that's what's so good about it is it's like when you watch like Endgame and you realize all the things that have been leading up to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a similar. It encapsulates it well. But yeah, hold up. Okay, let me pull up this picture when they'll sent me. Thanks, bro. Clutch. Um, I think I gotta be with uh Joseph on this one. It has to be Red Curtains. That's my favorite. I just think that song is just like perfect, like basically perfect. Like
Straight
it's
up.
so it's
Straight
so
up.
freaking good.
Straight up.
Um, I think you killed that one. What was the other one that I think it's Evergreen that I really liked? And then this last one that I really liked. I think those all were really, really solid. Um, but even more than that, I just think the best part of the album is just the story you told. Like your storytelling ability, just so much better. Because it's like even the songs that were like a 6 or a 5 in my book, like they still served a purpose for the album, which it didn't feel like anything was just put in there by just like by mistake. Um, for my least favorite, I probably low key I'd probably say Kiss Winter. Um, I just it was just a little uninteresting. And if I'm on, and honestly, out of the things, I mean, that's I wouldn't. I'm not considering any of the what do you call it? Any of the interludes
Interludes.
as
Yeah,
like a
I don't
song,
count
really.
theirs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because like, of course, I'm not going to listen to the interludes really much, but
Why you
yeah,
don't
I'd
care
say
about
Kiss
Wet
Winter
Paper?
because I just felt like that one felt out of all of them thematically the most out of place. Not that it was really out of place, but it just felt it didn't flow as well. And I think if you take that song out of the album, I'm not saying it makes it like it wouldn't make it better to take it out of the album. I like that it's there, but I don't think you really lose much thematically in the album of how you told the story if you take that one out, which is why I'd probably say that one's my least favorite. But it's still a really well put together song. Like Ryan said, there's no misses on on this album. But for me, like that song, I was just like, yeah, good job, you know. Um, but it didn't do anything for me. So great job though. It's a freaking fire project. It's so cool to listen to it together the first time, you know,
Thanks, bro.
and
I
to not
appreciate
have
it.
any preface really into it at all. So fun.
Heck yeah. But Alice,
Let's see. Offer like first number rating that came to mind. I'm going like 7.7, 7.8. That's where I'm going. It's like it's almost an 8 in my mind, but it's like it's I if anything, I might give it a 7.9 because it's just like it's almost there. Um, I think for me, I mean, you know what I'm realizing is I listened to the first four, maybe five, no, four songs with very poor quality because I was trying to like connect it to the car and and messing around with that, and so it was like I was half listening to them, but uh, yeah, my point being is I got to listen to them to those first few songs,
You gotta listen
and
to Red Curtains, bro. You gotta
oh yeah,
re-listen to that. Put in your
that
headphones before you go to
and
bed, bro.
that and listening to them all in order, like no pauses, no breaks, would probably make it better.
yeah.
Um, so you know, it could end up being 8.5, 8.6. We never know. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm going. Favorite songs, top two. I'm just going "The Days We Prayed For" and probably "Friends." Yeah, I think those are top two. And then I'm agreeing with Soren. I think least favorite was probably "Kiss Winter." Was "Kiss Winter" the one with Daniel in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine. I like his part. I like the feeling of that song, but it was a little out of place. Like I said, like the idea of it is good, but the overall timing of it is a little weird. Um, but yeah, I still liked it. Again, I the first few songs like Sirens and Apathy, I don't think I really actually got to listen to, which sucks, but I'll go back and finish those. But yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Straight the frick up. All right, gents. We're gonna lock in here for about 5 minutes, real quick. This is, Lord help me with this. This was the perfect, not perfect, one of the best. I hate saying this word. Representations. I said it right. Let's go. Um, of an introspective project, but the personal cuts are so personal. It almost feels like you know this person. Granted, we all do. But if I was an outsider subjectively looking to this album, I would feel like I would know all of Sean's highs, lows, friends, great moments, everything. Like I could just picture it. I could just see what he's been through, what he's gone through, the people that have impacted him, the moments, the stories, the things that have made him feel alive, the things that have made him feel dead, the things that he's struggled with. Is all encapsulated so perfectly in this album. It is hard to find words to. And this project does a great blend of tearing you down, building you back up, making you feel nostalgic, making you feel sad, making you feel happy, to a point where it's like I don't even know what to feel. I don't know how to feel after this joint. Like it's tough because the last 4 songs have been so up cheer, you know, so uplifting, so thought provoking, so amazing that it's like like I could see myself, at least for me. I know like I'm in a lot happier state of mind than I was, you know, a year and a half ago, year ago. You know, when I loved, you know, when I was in that Snowdrift area too, where I was like a lot more depressed and a lot more not happy with life, and, you know, connecting and relating to that album so much. And now I can relate I feel like with this album just as much now because I'm in a different headspace. And this album is such a testament to not only the friends, but just the personal impact that friends and God and family have really had on Shawn. And just really just how he is used to just pull on every single one of those threads and strings to get not only stronger, but to build himself up to a level where he is at now. And it's such a better headspace. This is almost a goodbye in a sense. It feels like almost too, of just nostalgia and happiness, because he is moving on to a new chapter. Yeah, he's coming back to AZ. You know, you guys all have the freaking luxury of that. You lucky biscuits. I don't. But this album for me is so phenomenal. It's so amazing. And it's not perfect, don't get me wrong. I still have, you know, I think it took a little bit for us to get to these happy moments. I'm not gonna lie, it felt like we were trudging through some waters. But the payoff is incredible, and this was so much fun to listen to. We had what a great group of white guys. Seriously, what a great group of y'all. You know, be able to just do this and all give our opinions. And I was genuine. Sometimes I get worried of like having such a big group, because I'm like, okay, is everybody's opinion gonna be like meaningful and valid and thought provoking? And every single one of you guys had a song that was like, I was like, dang, y'all came through on that review, like, for sure. But yeah, this was so much fun. I'm really going to take some time to dissect this. I love my job that I have, because I can most of my time I'm listening to music with it, so I will be dissecting this pretty thoroughly to give a formal review of it. But first listen, you know, it's that feeling when you come out of a movie theater and you just saw like Endgame, you just saw Captain America Winter Soldier or whatever it might be, and you're like, or at least for me, the new Mission Impossible, I was like, holy crap, that was so freaking good. Like, I don't know if anything's
Multiverse of Madness is an 8 and then goes to like a 5.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why he knows
Sword.
the formal review and stuff.
Freaking crazy take on multiverse.
Yes, bro, being sort of gossiped about this, how you put such high takes from movies and
It's
then
bad,
you freaking
bro.
lower them.
It's bad. Dude, I gave
But when
Thor.
music is the other way around.
That's true. I gave Thor: Love and Thunder a 9. I think that's bad.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Dude. That's horrible. But yeah, just to wrap things up here, what a heck of an album, Shawn. Seriously, just well done, man. Seriously, you get your flowers, you get your props on this one. Seriously, it is so. Production is very well done. It's got that good quality to it. I was a little worried, but no, it's there, and I love it. Yeah, definitely not perfect. If I'm so picky with music and numbers. If I'm going off the rip, I'm probably going to fall in the same ballpark as everybody else. But I enjoyed this so much. The references, the callbacks, the memories. I'm giving this probably an 8.2, 8.3, I'd say. It was so phenomenal. It was so great. I enjoyed every single part of it. Best songs, Red Curtains and Friends, easily. I have never had a song made me tear up like Friends did, and that's impressive. I'm not gonna lie, I've never. But hearing those couple bars, those couple lines of just "you and I friendship" is a moment solidified in time for me. That's a memory that I'm going to love for the rest of my life, and I'm never gonna forget listening to that and just what an emotional gut punch. And Red Curtains is just stupid. Least favorites, it's going to be Sirens. Paradise Valley, Kiss Winter, somewhere around there. They're not like any of them were bad or anything, just not as enjoyable as some of the other ones. But Sirens, pretty.
Which is sad.
Which
because
is sad.
Sirens was, he's heard this one before. And don't get me wrong. I mean, you like the first half of the song, crazy.
Right.
But
I
that
have
slow down part messed it up.
Maybe I'll send to you guys the original version of the song that I have. It is the beat stays the same. Sean's verses are so gas on it.
But I just repeat the same verse though.
But the beat changes with it and your tonality changes with it that it fits so well. I bumped that original version over this one. I'm not gonna
But he
lie.
messed with it crazy.
I did.
So it's sad to see Sirens go. But.
Yeah, it's sad to see that go. But all right, gents. Well, that is it. We are clocking it at a wonderful 2 minutes, 2 hours, 51 minutes. Very done. Very nice. Very well done, gents. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back for being here. But
bro, quit acting like we had some freaking like show or some crap, bro.
I mean,
but
Yo,
anyways,
this is the Grammys. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're clocking it. We're
that's right.
ending it here. This has been Sunglow. First review, first listen. Sean, thank you again for inviting all of us here. I don't think we would want.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's been
Legend.
what a freaking journey it's been. It's been so awesome. But all right, gents, I'm hitting the end button and we'll close it out after that. But appreciate y'all, and if you're watching this to the end, you're a weirdo. Why would you? Why would you watch this all the way to the end? Why did you take 3 hours of
Hey,
your
the next album could be
bro?
Fall Drift, bro. Fall Drift.
Fall Drift.
Fall Drift.
or Snow Glow. Snow Glow.
Snow Glow.
Anyway,
Snow Glow.